for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Join Out of Bounds Friday at the Spot City Classic, Arkansas's largest indoor pickleball tournament, presented by Chris Crane, Dodge Jeep Ram of Hot Springs. Go to pickleballtournaments.com. Spot City Classic, sponsored by Ouachita Bar and Grill and Comfort Inn and Suites.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part, it's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
What if someone did play-by-play of your life? Example, what would it sound like if you visited, say, Genesis of Conway? There's the arrival. Look at the reaction on that face at seeing a dealership that is so luxurious. And going for a test drive now of a GV80, and the smile is huge. And here it comes, the big play, $8,000 off the price of that very same GV80. Let's hear it again in slow motion. $8,000 off. Winner, Genesis of Conway. The future of luxury today.
Join the zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday, as Justin and Phil give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the zone from 10 till 1. It's all brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level. And be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios, it's Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put a baby in a spiral. Soprano C, we like to keep it on the high note. It's levels to it, you and I know. Tell them be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble.
All right, my apologies. What's up, everybody? It is Out of Bounds. I'm Wes Moore. He's Joe Franklin. For some reason, I had to go through like a 4-step process to log on to Twitter right now. Had to enter in my phone number, my email address. Then they sent me a code on my phone. Had to enter the code. Never happens before, but some reason today I had to do that. And that was the delay. I was wanting to see make sure anything was not breaking. Had to pull up Twitter real quick. Pretty cool morning for some of the Razorback fans that went to the Bahamas. Coach Calipari this morning surprised everybody, put out a tweet and said he really appreciated. He was told, what did he say? I'll read the tweet, see if I can find it. 400 Razorback fans have made it to the Bahamas, and I know that more are coming. I got some friends that are leaving tomorrow. Here he is. Just found out. This is Coach Calipari, his tweet this morning. Or maybe his son or whoever runs his account. He told us he doesn't run his account. But this is his message. Just found out we have almost 400 fans traveling to the Bahamas to watch our guys play summer basketball. We have opened practice up today for those that traveled to watch us play and for the media that traveled here as well.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's a great fan experience. And it's one thing to be able to see these games and see these guys for the first time that you feel, but now you actually get to see them before the game setting.
It goes on. As a thank you, we're going to let fans take a picture with our team after practice. So not only they get to go to practice, they get to take pictures
That
with the
only
team.
makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense in the best way.
That is awesome. Coach Cal, I mean, he is a marketing dude. He gets it. You know, he understands it. And I think that was just awesome. And I figured there would be I knew there was going to be a lot that took advantage of this to watch this team and go to the Bahamas, stay at a nice resort, or I guess you could stay off site and just drive in to the Baha Mar Resort. Trey Schapp, by the way, is on his way. He is headed to Cancun, to Bahamas right now.
Probably could get to one or the other pretty quickly. I mean, they're not that far away.
Let's see here. I want to thank Razorback. Let's see, the Bet Saracen, UAMS Health, Gen Wealth Financial, and the University of Arkansas System for sponsoring our trip to the Bahamas and having Trey there to report live for us starting tomorrow. We'll have Trey on tomorrow at 1:30, and he'll be getting a sound for us that we can use when we get back from the weekend. And, of course, he'll be with us again on Monday and probably Tuesday after the game. Since it's an 11 o'clock game, the game will be over about 1 o'clock. Get a couple of interviews, send them back, and we can get Trey on here. So we got you covered. Even though if you couldn't make it to the Bahamas, we'll be all over it. The news today that came out doesn't look like Mika Moorninen's going to get to play in the Bahamas. Arkansas is still dealing with eligibility issue. I'm told it's nothing to be concerned about. Like, it should not linger into the season. It's just it's a process, and it just hasn't finished yet. And I was telling Phil and Moose and Pigskin, this is odd to me, though, because he's able to practice. You know, we've seen him at practice. We've had eyeballs on Mika practicing. Heck, they've filmed a video of Mika practicing. These are practice games. These aren't real games. This is a scrimmage. This is a summer tour. This is just like practice. Why can he not play in these games?
That really, honestly, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But I guess they view it as their games and not just scrimmages, even though that's what they are. They're exhibition games. They're games. Yeah. They have a title, so you can only go through practices. Now, if they did like a scrimmage against one of these other teams, maybe he could participate in that.
Well, we were told they're going to scrimmage against each other.
Oh, he
can play in that.
Yeah, he'll be able to participate in that because that's what he's already been doing.
Just kind of a bummer. I was looking forward to watching him play and seeing his game. And they did say that it could happen at any moment. You know, they're waiting on the clearance from the NCAA, and like they could get word this afternoon, and he could play tomorrow. But we all know the wheels of the NCAA turn slowly, and I'm not planning on it. I'm not planning on getting a last-minute reprieve from the NCAA so that Mika can be eligible and get to play in these.
No, they're not worried about him. They're not worried about individual players at this point.
No, NCAA, good Lord. We talked about we never hit on it yesterday. I wanted to. I had it written down. The linebacker from Tennessee that was suspended by the NCAA for 3 games, and Tennessee appealed. They reduced it to 2. It's honestly, it is ridiculous. And as I just said, if that was a Razorback, we would be furious. And so you should be mad about this, even though it's another team and it's a team you're going to be playing. But this linebacker was a junior last year, and he put his name in for the NFL draft, hired an agent. The agent bought him a plane ticket for a visit or some kind of training. I can't remember, $419. Then gets to like the medical, something popped up in his medical, and he decided he should come back to school, get healthy, whatever is wrong with him, get it fixed, and then go back to the NFL next year. Repaid the agent the $419. I guess Tennessee self-reported this, said, hey, we've taken care of it, but here's what happened. And they suspended him for 3 games.
In NIL age, what
what are we doing?
Yeah, why is that even an issue? Like before, it was an issue, but NIL age, why is that an issue?
I mean, he could have, instead of repaying it, worked it off, signed a contract to where the agent got $419, and that could have been the repayment. You know what I'm saying? He got his fee. It just that was dumb. Dumb. Anyway, Mika may not be playing, puts a little sour taste in our mouth. But tomorrow night we'll get to see this team on Flow Sports, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to watching the team. I talked yesterday on my show about the possible starting lineup, the projected starting lineup, just for fun. It doesn't matter. The lineup's going to change, but for the first time out, I was like, I'm pretty sure Jordan Smith's going to be in there, as your point. And I know rock solid Billy Richmond's going to be in the starting lineup. And I think Cooper Bowser will be in the starting lineup. But the other two positions, I think it's going to be Jeremiah Wilkinson at the 2 guard. And I thought it would be Mika at the stretch 4, at the 4. Because Coach was talking about in practice how he turned out he's probably their best outside shooter. I figured they wanted him on the court. So now this opens up, in my mind, a starting spot.
J.J. Andrews.
Bam. That's exactly what I was thinking. Put J.J. and Billy in there at the same time. J.J. at that 4 spot. Undersized, power forward, but strong. That's exciting. That's exciting to see. And look, you know what this does? It opens up some minutes for somebody else to get a chance to play, whether it's Ilya Frolov or we don't know about Paulo Sameda and his back, if he's going to be able to play. Caleb Origu, get him in some minutes. But anyway, I thought that was funny. I was just talking about the starting lineup and kind of had Mika penciled in at the 4 and then find out the next morning, nope, he's not going to be eligible to play. So that opens up, in my mind at least, a starting spot and some minutes. I'm with you, Jay. I'd love to see JJ there.
And they could have gone into it with a starting lineup on Friday with an idea to have a different starting lineup on Saturday, just to kind of tweak with it and see what works best, who plays well together. They could already have that planned out anyway.
No doubt. You could start Abdu, at the 2 guard or as one of the guards, and bring Jeremiah Wilkinson off the bench. We know Jeremiah's had success as a freshman at Cal, being, 6th man of the year in the ACC. He's got experience doing that. Maybe that's something they want to bring, some instant offense off the bench. And when they go to a second team type situation, they know they still got a legit scorer on the court. So, I fully expect to see some different rotations, some different starting lineups, and just tinker with use all 40 minutes to try to get different looks to see who can play well with each other.
It's exciting to think about and actually get a chance to see.
661-1037 if you want to join us. We are open for, I'm not sure. I'm working with Coach Z. I know they've got practice. I think they're still at practice. And then, like Coach said, they're going to be taking some pictures, and he's doing a lot of different duties right now. But we're trying to get Coach Z on the show at some point today, either 1:30, 3:30, 3 o'clock, somewhere in there. But we'll check in with him real quickly in the Bahamas. We're also heading to Oxnard, California. Mickey texted me and said, let's try it again today. So we're going to try it again at 2:30. He said he would try to be a little better today, see if he couldn't have the phone next to him so that he would answer it when Joe calls. And then we got Richard Davenport at 2:10 today. Let's see here. Middleton Heat and Air text line. Hey, fellas, I see there are 3 different levels of Flow Sports. Would you know which one the Hogs will be playing on? Somebody sent me a message and said, is there an option for collegiate Flow Sports? Look for that. That's the one that Arkansas would be playing on.
Yeah, they do have a bunch of different ways that you can go through it. And, of course, it'll be self-explanatory because, they have racing and all kinds of things on there. So when you get to it, you'll see it. It won't be anything that'll be hard to figure out.
I have not even pulled up the app or downloaded it on my TV, or I haven't done anything yet. I need to probably spend some time tonight trying to figure that out. Let's see.
If you go to the website, then you'll see where all the options are.
That's what I'm doing right now too. Pulling up Flow Sports. Accept the cookies. You see anything?
I wasn't looking at it. I looked at it a few days ago, and everything was there. It shows you all the different categories. And it looks like they probably have about 20 of them, if not more.
Here's a Flow Live. I wonder if that's it. Well, I guess not because they're not live right now. Can watch the North Stars against the Lakers.
At the time, though.
Uh-huh.
So that'll be one of the ways you could go about doing it.
All right. What time is the game, Wes? The game is 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Isn't that right? Let me pull up the press release or the schedule. I had that handy at one point. There is, seems like a 6 o'clock start tomorrow night, 5 o'clock on Saturday evening. I think it's the same on Monday. And then Tuesday is 11 o'clock. That's the one I'm sure about. Because I remember thinking that game will be ending right when we're about to go on the air. Or it should be ending, pretty close to it.
Perfect.
I nailed it. Almost. 6 o'clock tomorrow night, 5 o'clock Saturday night, 6 o'clock on Monday night, and 11 o'clock Tuesday morning. 65611. 65611. So I don't have to look it up. 901 says, the Bears still suck. Go, Pack, go. I guess we're going to have that countdown every day to help us out. Jeff says, Flow College. That's what you're looking for. Flow College. Thank you, Jeff. And there we go. Set there on the Middleton Heat and Air text line. And nothing over here. Good. Football-wise, we got the schedule yesterday for fall camp. Coach Silverfield is going to speak with the media, kind of his pre-camp presser next Monday, and then camp starts on Wednesday. It's kind of perfect. So we got Razorback stuff happening from now on, basically, because you're going to have Razorback basketball Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. Camp opens Wednesday. First practices, a lot of the early practices are going to be open to the media. And so we'll get some good practice reports, find out what's happening. You're going to have the assistant coaches speaking to the media after all the practices. We'll just go right through it. I mean, it goes Coach Roberts, then Coach Cramsey, and then you're going to go special teams, and you're going to go down to the individual coaches. So we'll get to hear from all the coaches during fall camp and players at different times. They have 2 scrimmages set 6 days apart, one on a Sunday and then the following Saturday. Unfortunately, those are both closed. And then when school starts, I found this odd, Joe. When school starts, practices are in the morning, like at 9:30.
Oh, they want to beat the Heat.
I'm guessing all the kids that are playing football have afternoon classes.
They do. That's always been a thing you schedule around. So, yeah, I mean, morning practices, morning school sessions and taking morning classes, that's always been the idea for college, but, I mean, it's changed over the years, and especially for athletes.
Yeah, back in the day when I would go to practices, they were always starting like 4 o'clock. It was like they'd go to school all day, and then 4 o'clock football practice. But, yeah, here it is, 9:05. The day after school starts. They're off on the 17th, the first day of school. And then they have 9:05 practices. Then the following week, they move to 10:30. And then the following week, which is game week, 11:15. So I found that odd. I guess that, hey, you're going to take class. It's all afternoon classes, maybe some evening classes.
They don't have a problem with that.
No. They're going to have to get up early anyway to get ready and work out and practice. Let's go take some calls real quick before we hit this break. In fact, we're good on time. Let's go to Jeff. He's in Monroe. What's up, Jeff? What you doing in Monroe?
When they're going to Flow Sports,
yep.
Look up, because the first option it's going to give is a yearly package. It shows you the monthly price.
Okay.
But if you click that, you're subscribed for a year. They're going to take out a year at once.
Okay. Don't want to do that.
Make sure they click the 1 month, which Flow College is $19.99 a month, whereas the Flow Sports is $29.99 a month.
Gotcha. So you got to make sure. Is it two different apps, Flow College and Flow Sports?
yes, you have the first thing that's going to pop up is Flow Sports.
Okay.
And you have to go to Flow College.
Okay. Okay.
And like I said, the first option is going to be, it's going to show a cheaper price, but that's for a full year.
Okay.
I got a few friends that accidentally signed up for that.
So make sure you sign up for the month. It's a little bit more expensive, but then you're able to cancel it and you're not out the entire year.
Yeah, you don't want to make that mistake, but if you happen to, you can contact them and they can take care of that for sure.
Yeah, because I do the same thing at baseball season.
Ah.
And I've never had a problem canceling it. This last baseball season, the coverage was actually a lot better than previous years.
I agree. I watched a
and
couple
with
of
Coach
games.
Z doing it, I think this will be even better.
Yeah, I would say the announcers were probably the biggest issue during baseball this year with the pronunciations of the names. And with Coach Z, you know, it doesn't get much better than that. If you want to find somebody who knows the ins in this team in and out like Coach Z.
Well, y'all enjoy the games, and I enjoy listening to you.
Man, I appreciate it, Jeff. Thanks
Jeff.
for calling in. That's good advice right there. Flow College. That's the first thing. Don't get Flow Sports. Get Flow College, and then don't fall for the trap of getting the cheaper price, because if you do, you're going to pay all up front for an entire year. Go ahead and pay the $19.99 for the month, and then set you a little reminder. Wednesday morning, wake up and cancel it. That way you're not charged again a month from now. Back to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. Hey, Wes, what time do you think the Tennessee game will be played? Want to order tickets, but not for an 11 o'clock start.
Why not? It's Tennessee. But, I mean, I get it. You know, some people, it depends on your schedule. But if you want to see them playing against Tennessee, then whatever time it's played.
Well, it will not be played at 11 o'clock. We know for sure it's a flex game, but it's sometime between 2:30 and 7. You're either going to get that afternoon 2:30 start or maybe evening 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock start. I guess there's always that chance SEC Network picks up some games and does a 3 o'clock start, I believe. They try to do like a double, triple header, like 12 or 11, 3, 7 on the SEC Network. But it's not going to be a morning game. That's a good thing. Yeah, when the flex times came out, the only other chance for a morning game at home is the last game against LSU. And we know that one's going to start either at 11 or noon, the very last game. But the rest of the home games are all in that flex position between 2:30 and 7. So you got the first home game against Georgia, we know, 11 o'clock. Last home game against LSU, either 11 or 12. Everything else at home, South Carolina, Missouri, Tennessee, those are in the flex position between 2:30 and 7. So we have some opportunities for some night games in Fayetteville. That Tennessee game, I found out, I don't know if I can say it. I better not. That's going to be a big game, fun game, because of some of the promotions that are going on with some of our close friends.
Helps out with fan experience there, too.
Yep. 615 says, I'm not purchasing Flow Sports. Any chance there will be highlights of the Hogs basketball games posted anywhere? Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure all the TV stations will have highlights on at night. I'm sure you'll have, who is it, The War Machine on YouTube. Wouldn't surprise me if they put some game clips up just like they do for football. There'll be some available. And if you don't want to purchase it, I promise you there are going to be restaurants and bars around here that will be getting Flow Sports. So you can go and get you something to eat and drink and sit there and watch. Nick says you have to cancel your card with Flow Sports because none of their customer support lines work when that happens. If you're going to do it, pay attention. Pay for the 1 month like Jeff said. Okay. I appreciate all y'all's advice when it comes to Flow Sports. 501 says, thanks, Jeff. That's exactly what I needed to know. That was a good call, Jeff. Very productive. Davey in Hot Springs says, I don't see a Flow College. just Flow Sports?
It's not two different things. You go to Flow Sports, and then you look for options. So go to Flow Sports, and when you click sign up, then you'll see all the categories come up.
Okay. There you go, Joe. Way to go. Savage says, just tuned in. Who is out for the basketball team? Mika Mourningen. Dealing with eligibility issues with the NCAA. And they say it's nothing to be alarmed about. They fully expect him to be eligible when it matters. They've turned in all the paperwork, and they're just waiting to hear back from the NCAA and get the clearance. They were hopeful that it would happen before now, but as of right now, or as of this, about an hour ago, what's the title? Somebody with the university confirmed that Mika was not eligible, not going to play. But they could change at any moment. That's what they're just waiting. It could happen anytime. Get that phone call, says he's good. Then they're good to go. But it's all in the clearinghouse. It is disappointing. I wanted to watch Mika play. But maybe he gets it. All right, another phone call. Bobby's in Hot Springs. What's up, Bobby?
Well, a couple of days ago, y'all were talking about injuries and, painkillers and stuff like that game day. And I was just curious, what are the rules? For example, you talked about a guy had a bad shoulder. It didn't really affect his throwing, but it was painful. Can they shoot him full of Novocaine? I mean, what can they do? Or can they do anything?
Oh, yeah. They'll go. I think it was Flacco when I was watching quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah. Flacco, yeah.
Was it Flacco?
Toradol.
There were so many of those guys that hurt their shoulder, and I lose track. But one of them hurt his shoulder during the game, and he was like, is there something you can give me? And they're like, yeah, we can go shoot you up. And he's like, well, let's go. And he just took off running towards the locker room. And they were behind him. He was ready to get it shot up and get back out there on the field and not lose any offensive snaps. So, yeah, no, they can go and shoot him up with Toradol and be ready to go.
Okay. Well, I think you were talking about Flacco hurt his shoulder the first day of camp.
Or the first game.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. And anyway, I was just wondering what was legal. And is that also legal at the collegiate level as well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
well, I'm glad to hear that because I've always heard about him playing hurt, and I thought, man, that's some of the hits they take. I mean, my God, if you didn't have some painkiller, you'd be in a bad way.
Yeah, but
anyway, hey,
they have all kinds of things at their disposal that helps out with the pain tolerance.
All right. Well, hey, I thank you. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Yeah, used to, this would be like in the 2000s, you'd get a shot. Now, at least in the college, I think they're giving them pills. I think that has changed, but they still have stuff to give them to help with the pain when something happens. That stuff, former players have told me, you don't feel anything until about Sunday night. And then it wears off Sunday night following the game Saturday, and it hits you like a load of bricks. And that's why the coaches, a lot of times on Sundays, like to have a practice. That helps you work through some of the stiffness, soreness, the pain issue. Then you kind of know what you're going to have to deal with the next couple of days until game day, and what you have to work on, as far as an injury. Because there for hours after a game, you're not feeling anything. You don't know if you're hurt.
Yeah.
And then it hits you, and then you're like, all right, I got something here. We got to work on this.
I was listening to an interview with Jeremy Shockey, and he said that players would use something that would get blood flow going, and that would be what they would be their go-to at the time. Don't know if they can still do that, but several players have said that over the years.
Beet juice.
Not that. what men use for blood flow is what they would use,
gotcha.
what they would take.
Ah, okay. Makes sense. I know they do that for prostate.
Yeah.
Get that blood flowing to the prostate. The NCAA will find a way to make Mika ineligible no matter how many T's are crossed and I's are dotted. That's from Hog Freaking Wild. Let's don't get started on the NCAA. Just clear the dude. Come on. They've done their stuff. They've turned it in. Take a look at the paperwork. clear it, and let's move on. But once again, they said they did not expect this to be a lingering issue. All right, we'll take a break. That was a good start. A couple good phone calls. Thank you, Jeff. We'll take some more phone calls when we come back. Unless Z texts me and says he's ready to go. I'd put y'all on hold. No text from Z. Keep checking my phone. Open segment when we come back. 661-1037. Hit me up on the Middleton Heat and Air text line. This is Out of Bounds.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888 for Rainwater Holton Sexton. They'll help you weather the storm.
This is SportsCenter.
There were a few exciting extra inning games yesterday in Major League Baseball. The Baltimore Orioles beat the Detroit Tigers 10-9 in 12 innings in what might have been pitcher Tarek Skubal's last game as a Tiger. The White Sox also beat the Yankees 6-5 on a walk-off single in the 12th, and the Red Sox took down the Athletics 4-2 in 10. The Cubs and Cardinals also went to extra innings. They were scoreless heading into the 10th before a Pete Crow Armstrong home run put them up 2-0. But in the bottom of the 10th, after a Jordan Walker RBI made it 2-1, Ivan Herrera put it away for the Cardinals.
Swing, shot, hammer, toward the gap. That's down. That's going to tie it. Here comes Walker on his way to third. Pops waving. Here's the relay. The Cardinals have won it.
I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network. Rainbow Restoration restores homes after water, fire, and mold damage. Now breathe cleaner air with their professional air duct cleaning service. Dust, pet dander, allergens, and debris can build up in your ductwork, reducing your indoor air quality. For a limited time, save $100 on your air duct cleaning when you contact Rainbow Restoration and let them know you heard this. RainbowRestores.com. $100 off your air duct cleaning. Rainbow Restoration. Restoring homes, improving the air you breathe. RainbowRestores.com.
Around here, reputation matters. That's why homeowners and business owners turn to the professionals at CertaPro Painters for their painting projects. From detailed residential painting to professionally managed commercial projects, our crews deliver craftsmanship that protects your investment and enhances curb appeal. Spring weather won't last forever, and neither will the open slots on the schedule. If painting is on your list this year, now's the time. Call CertaPro Painters or visit CertaPro.com and reserve your spring project today. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy.
We got the big deals. The big rock.
I've been a little surprised by how far people will come just to visit us.
People will travel just to get the best deal.
We've got $15,000 off Ram HDs this month. Ram half-tons start at just $35,900, or you can get 0% financing.
And don't forget Wranglers. They have 0% financing and start at $35,000. Take the short, beautiful drive to Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram in Benton.
Or visit us online at chriscranecars.com.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code STRONG for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code STRONG for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code STRONG. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and details.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy. Selling and servicing Kubota's full line of equipment since 1991. HenardFoothills.com.
Is that all you get for your money?
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. I'm Wes Moore. He's Joe Franklin. Got the phone lines open, 661-1037. Hoping for a cool call here in just a second. To be determined. Hey, I got great news for you. I already heard from some people don't want to get Flow Sports, not going to deal with it. I get it. Here's a great alternative. Just talk to our guys out at Walk-Ons. They will have Flow Sports. The games will be on. You don't have to buy Flow Sports. All you got to do is drive out to West Little Rock and go get you something to eat and drink at Walk-Ons. They're making it easy for you. They got it taken care of. Don't have to deal with the app, which package to buy. All you got to do is get in your car and drive out to West Little Rock to Walk-Ons. Order you a little something and sit there and watch the basketball game with a bunch of other Razorback fans in a great environment. There you go. Making it happen around here for you.
Moving out.
All right. 661-1037. While I wait for this phone call, I talked to someone that was at practice, not Coach Z. Another buddy. I said, hey, you call in. Tell us what it was like. Tell us about your experience. What do you think of the team? Text him again because he's not calling. I think that was the coolest. Joe, I just texted a buddy. Practice is over. He was there. And I told him to call us. Keep an eye, see if he does. I don't know if he will or not. I'm trying to talk him into it. He's a loyal listener. Well, I don't know if he's a loyal caller.
Yeah, Coach Z. He travels with the team, and whenever they do those bus rides or anything, he's right there. So.
Oh no, it's not Coach Z.
No, I'm
it's
saying Coach Z is doing things with the team always. Yeah. So he's probably talking to some of the players and just hanging out right now.
Well, and he's got other duties with the foundation. He's over there mingling with some of the donors. Now he's also doing the color, so he may be tied up in Flow Sports meetings, and he's got like 3 different hats on over there.
Yeah, he's giving us some really good access at times when he's been on the bus yeah. and just in the middle of a trip, and we get him on the phone.
I like it when he's at practice. And he's on the phone with us at practice, and you can tell he'll kind of get low and put the phone real close to his mouth so he's not real loud. That's hard for Coach Z not to be loud, but he does his best to lower his voice a little bit so that he's not disrupting the coaches at practice. And one time, one of the coaches looked at him and said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm on the buzz right now, 103.7 in Little Rock." He's like, "I know, I'm trying to be quiet." All right, let's see here, 661-1037. Football-wise, I was thinking about this today. I was driving in, challenging myself. Who's going to lead the team in receptions? Who's going to be their guy? I have no idea. I honestly don't.
Nobody does. Coaches may have a bit of an idea now. Players that they've made some relationships and established some bonds, maybe they would have a better idea at this point.
Here's a lot of people think it's going to be KJ Jackson. But what if they're wrong and it's AJ Hill? Well, and you're watching practice or these players, and you have a go-to guy. It's just natural. A quarterback just gets a connection with a receiver, and in practice it looks like KJ Jackson's guy is C.J. Brown or Chris Marshall, whoever it may be. But then A.J. Hill, his guy could be totally somebody different, right? And then all of a sudden it would throw off any kind of inside information you might be able to get because, hey, we don't know for sure who the quarterback is going to be.
That's why competition is so good across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Silverfield, he talked about it. Just it's going to make this team better altogether.
When we were looking at the wide receiver room in general and just how deep it is, and it's just not deep with numbers, it's deep with guys who actually have played and have experience in college. And so that can make it a little even a better room because I didn't even count the two freshmen. And both of them legitimately, by all accounts, had a very good spring. But when you start talking Courtney Crutchfield, best shape of his life. He and Braylon Russell, that was Braylon Russell's workout guy. That was his dude. He and Courtney got after it. Courtney's in great shape, ready for his breakout year. C.J. Brown, we're very familiar with him. His numbers have gotten better and better. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he takes that next step his junior year and becomes one of the, if not the leading receiver. Last year in camp, we were told all summer that Ismail Cisse looked like to be the dude, like he was going to be their guy. Well, then he has the weight room accident, breaks his wrist. He's back. Looks like he's ready to be a big-time contributor. Chris Marshall, we've heard about him. Boise State, Ole Miss, A&M, highly recruited, freak, 6'3", 213, and can run. It could be, legitimately, it could be Chris Marshall. He could be the guy. Donovan Fappel, transfer from New Mexico State. Love that dude. What'd he say? He told me his nickname was Trust 6. Was that his number, Trust 6? Because he was the guy that got all the third down receptions, all the touchdowns. They knew when it was a key play, they could trust him. Monte Harrison, is he ready to step out? Jamari Hawkins, the transfer from Memphis. No one's going to know the offense better than him. Very productive at Memphis last year. Dealt with some injuries. He could be a guy. Antonio Jordan, is this his year? The redshirt freshman from Warren. Then you had the freshman that I was talking about, Prevost from Bentonville. And Blair Irvin, also from Bentonville. Both of them look nice. It is a deep room. I have no idea. When Randy was in here yesterday talking about this stuff and trying to come up with some season totals, I do. I feel bad for him because that would be so difficult. I wouldn't know how to set a number, over-under number on any of these guys for total number of receptions, for receiving yards, for touchdowns, because I have no clue. And if you set the bar, you could set it way too high for some of these guys, or you could set it way too low, and it's an easy win. Not that that would be bad for any of those that want to try to jump onto something like that on Bet Saracen, but trying to figure out this wide receiver room right now, that's just a small taste of the problem that we have when we're trying to discuss Razorback football, because we don't know about that. All we know is that wide receiver room has a lot of candidates that are older, that have played a lot of football, and they should be a good room. But who emerges? And even Coach Silverfield said it at SEC Media Days. When he was asked about the position group that needs to step up, he mentioned the defensive line, adding depth, but he went to the wide receiver room. We got to figure out who's going to emerge and be our special player.
Yeah, usually when you're looking at that receiver position, you have double-digit players, but about half of those are going to get some quality reps or get time on the field in general as far as being a part of the offense, pass game. Now, you may have others that contribute on special teams, but that, once again, makes competition great because let's say you have 10 guys that are playing for about 5 spots, 6 spots maybe.
Yeah, or 10 guys trying to play just to get on the travel squad, Joe. You know, when you go to Utah, some guys are going to be left behind, won't even get to go. Or you get into SEC play where the travel roster is a little smaller, there's competition just to get on the travel team and then to get on the field and then to be a starter. There's going to be some really good competition at that wide receiver room. Something to watch starting next Wednesday when practices begin. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up our first hour. Final open segment for a while because we got Richard Davenport, then Mickey Spagnola in the second hour. So if you want to jump in here, now's a good time. 661-1037. It's Out of Bounds.
Plumbing problems? No problem. Whether it's a leaky faucet or a whole lot more, call the professionals at B.R. McGinty. They'll fix it right the first time. Call for all of your plumbing needs.
B.R. McGinty, yeah. Getting a speeding ticket can ruin your day. But what about that cyclist or the pedestrian crossing the street? If you hit them while speeding, you'll do more than just ruin their days. That's why tickets are more than just a fine. They're a second chance. A reminder of what's on the line when you're behind the wheel. You won't get a do-over every time. Take this as your sign to follow the speed limit every drive. Speeding slows you down.
A message from the Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and covered selections.
The U.S. Treasury just released its official financial report for 2025. Buried in it is a startling admission. By its own numbers, it appears the U.S. government is insolvent. When governments go this deep in debt, they print money, raise taxes, or cut benefits, none of which can help protect you. That's why people move part of their savings into physical gold and silver. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD for their complimentary gold and silver guide. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. Do it before the next headline, not after. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Hello, this is Justin Acree. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and a new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock, next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
If you're a bank needing GLBA compliance or a defense contractor looking for CMMC compliance, meet the team at Network Services Group with tailored solutions to help you navigate the complex regulatory landscape, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your clients and your growth. Don't gamble with compliance. Network Services Group, your partner in GLBA and CMMC compliance.
Services Group. One call does it all.
Attention Arkansas homeowners, are you dreading a lengthy, expensive bathroom remodel? With Bath Makeover of Arkansas, you can have your dream bathroom in as little as 1 day. American-made baths, walk-in showers, and walk-in bathtubs. Revolutionary laser-etched shower walls that will never chip, crack, peel, discolor, or fade. Plus, with Bath Makeover's Price Lock Guarantee, schedule your free design consultation now, and we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Bath Makeover of Arkansas is also proud to be an official sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH during our 60-60-60 sale. Receive 60% off installation of a new bath or shower. With 60-month financing options, senior and military discounts, plus receive a $60 Visa gift card with purchase, and call Bath Makeover at 1-800-NEW-BATH for a bonus $50 Walmart gift card with estimate. Call 1-800-NEW-BATH. That's 1-800-NEWBATH.
Stay up to date with the latest Razorback news with the Red White Report. Every weekday with Justin and Phil on the Zone. The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy carries Steele's full line of handheld equipment. HenardFoothills.com.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. Glad you're with us. Coming up at 2:10 after the Razor Hog update, we got Richard Davenport. Then at 2:30, Mickey Spagnola, live from Cowboys camp. I guess he'll be live at camp. I don't know if they're practicing right now or not, like they were yesterday. I saw a lot of stuff on social media yesterday, so I knew they were practicing.
Oh, yeah.
But I hadn't seen anything right now.
And they usually, for every team, you follow whichever team you follow, you can find a camp schedule.
Yeah.
And day by day and times that they're actually practicing.
Like Titans are already done. They were out there early this morning. But they're in Nashville, so they got to beat the heat. So they practice early in the morning. Cowboys are in Oxnard, so weather's perfect. They have had some kind of criticism. Wouldn't it be better to go somewhere where it's nice and hot and get you ready? But they're like, no, we work out in the summer, all summer in Frisco. We're used to the heat. We're ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, there's some teams that practice like in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. Like, it really doesn't matter where you are.
Oh, that's cool. The men's basketball team, the Razorbacks men's basketball team, posted some pictures that the team took with fans following practice. Good job. All right, let's go to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. First one up, we got 870 says, if football created some stats to keep track of for linemen, both offense and defense, what kind of stats would you like to see for offense? One-on-one block success percentage, defense, block breakaways? They do pancakes, but, pancake is...
That's not something that is followed closely.
No. That Pro Football Focus, I think it is, PFF, they do their grades for linemen. And,
they get a lot of criticism for their grades in general. Because sometimes they seem skewed or maybe biased towards certain players, certain teams.
I know the Razorbacks grade the offensive line, the defensive line, because, having Fernando on every game last year, he would tell us about how he graded out. And there were times that we would find out, if he graded out the best of all the offensive linemen. So I don't know what stats they use, but I'm sure they just go back and watch the film on every play. Did you get the job done? Did you do what you were supposed to do? Did you allow a pressure? Did you, miss your block and the guy make the tackle? It would have to be something as simple as that. Did you do your job? Did you do what was supposed to be done on that play? And that's why it would be so hard unless you knew the play and what that lineman's responsibility was supposed to be. And I think that's some of the criticism PFF could get. He may have made the block, but he blocked the wrong guy.
And sometimes they don't know. But to the point of doing your job, you can have 10 that do their job the way it's supposed to be done, but one that doesn't, and it throws the whole thing off, throws the whole play off.
870 says Watkins was a 4-star in Louisiana. I think he could be dangerous with tremendous speed. I've never seen him play football, but in the open field and with his speed, he could be something scary for a defense. No, the dude was, he won the SEC 100 and 200. Jelani Watkins. So he grew up in Louisiana, moved to Houston, and freaking won all kinds of stuff in Texas when he was running track. He is known more for being a speedster running track than a football player. Let me just put it that way. I'm not expecting much help from him at all. I don't think he's much of a receiver. I think he's just fast. Now, can you find a way to utilize that? I hope so. But I didn't even mention him in the 8 guys that I was counting on. Coming up in hour number 2, Richard Davenport and Mickey Spagnola.
Hawks Homes, Arkansas's #1 dealer. Hawks have homes as small as a 1-bedroom all the way to 5 bedrooms. Hawks has several lot models at both locations that you can save thousands. Hawks has a 5-bedroom that's only $55 per square foot. Don't have land? No problem. Hawks can help you finance the land and all the improvements all in one package. Located in Conway at the Dave Ward exit in Bryant on I-30. Visit our homes online at hawkshomes.net.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Auto Group, and I'm working today. And today, as always, we're fighting where other dealers are advertising online prices that they actually don't give. You walk in the store, they're at $1,900, $2,900, or they're saying you don't qualify for this rebate or that rebate. And of course, we have to explain that to the customers. It had me thinking, they're probably explaining to their customers that we do the same thing. Well, we do not. Whatever you see online at RedRiverAutoGroup.com will be the price you get. Check us out, RedRiverAutoGroup.com.
Fence Brokers presents Razorback Graffiti every Monday with Morning Mayhem. One sentence to let the guys know how you feel about the Razorbacks. From Fence Brokers, going the extra mile.
Don't get sidetracked.
That man is playing Galaga.
We'll keep you on course.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
103.7 The Buzz.
The race for Little Rock mayor is heating up. Mayor Frank Scott Jr. has submitted his candidacy for re-election. Scott turned in the needed signatures to run yesterday. He says he's helped create jobs and economic development in the city, but knows there is more work to do. If elected, this will be his third time as mayor. And Little Rock Vice Mayor Brenda B.J. Wyrick has also entered the race for Little Rock mayor. Wyrick has served on the city board of directors for 31 years and served 3 terms as vice mayor. If elected, she says she wants to focus on police staffing and cars, as well as city street and drainage issues. The filing period for city elections runs through August 5th. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KRK's Jessica Rockwell.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
With KARK's Juliana Cullen.
Hot and humid today, and we still do have heat advisories, but it's not near as hot as it was earlier this week. Could have a spotty shower or thunderstorm this afternoon, but most of your Thursday will remain dry. A little hotter tomorrow for your Friday, but by Friday night, a cold front moves through, cooling us down and taking away a little bit of the humidity for the weekend. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Country music star and Arkansas native Joe Nichols joins Morning Mayhem each week courtesy of Powers Truck Parts and Service. Does your heavy-duty truck need service? Call Powers Truck Parts and Service with everything from headlights to taillights. Online at powerstruckparts.com. It's Joe Nichols with Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
Serious injuries happen every day.
If it happens to you, don't wait. Dial 8.
Dial 8 for Rainwater, Holt, and Sexton.
888-8888.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
We've got you covered, Arkansas. Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Mall Mill exit.
When it comes to your home's electrical system, peace of mind matters. At Staley Electric, we've got you covered with Staley Shield, the membership that gives you protection, savings, and safety year-round. As a member, you'll enjoy exclusive discounts, priority scheduling, no emergency service fees, and an annual electrical safety check, all from the electricians you know and trust. Join the Shield today at StaleyElectric.com. That's StaleyElectric.com, and power your home with peace of mind.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-746-0155. That's 800-746-0155. 800-746-0155.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Bass tournaments and some of the best fishing spots in the state. It's Fishing Arkansas, Sunday mornings with Big Sarge and his crew. Fishing Arkansas is presented by Shelter Agent Jamie Marsh and Stanley Hardware. Fishing Arkansas, Sunday mornings with Big Sarge on 103.7 The Buzz.
Burroughs and Mr. Frank's is a long-standing, iconic luxury eyewear shop in the Heights. They're family-owned and operated opticians that feature high-end designer eyewear that you can't find anywhere else. Brands like Cartier, Gucci, Salt, and State Optical. Plus, they have all their lenses from the high-tech lens crafter Zeiss, who make lenses for cameras, telescopes, microscopes, and yes, glasses. These are found only at Burroughs, and they do all the fitting and lab work right in their own in-store lab. They're at 5901 R Street in the Heights, Burroughs and Frank's Optical.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over a decade ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, roll-off dumpsters, and street sweepers. Proud to be Arkansas's only authorized dealer for New Way refuse trucks and Timco street sweepers. Your authorized dealer for Galfab roll-off and hook lift trucks. You can get parts and service for all makes and models with technicians traveling the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
Tune in to Out of Bounds each Monday for Weekend Recap, brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years, they're your small to mid-sized fleet specialists that also takes care of our fleet at Signal Media. Fleet Management Services is now hiring for lube tech, tire tech, and light maintenance. 8 paid holidays and paid vacation, paid health insurance, and 401k. Pay depends on experience and signing bonus. Apply in person at 901 East 8th Street in Little Rock.
Live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios, it's Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
With my accountant lips, in fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo-babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. I know that it's good. Won't you sit it on my taste buds? I get way too busy once you let me do the extras.
All right, it's time for your Razor Hog update. Couple of notes. Of course, the Razorback team had its practice in the Bahamas earlier today, done with practice. I've seen their social media account tweet out some pictures with the fans. That was pretty cool. They had the team all sitting at midcourt, and they would just take turns with fans, couples, families, taking pictures with the entire team. Did find out today, Mika Mournin does not look like he will get to play in the Bahamas. Still waiting to get cleared by the NCAA. They're not freaking out about it. Expect it to happen. It just hasn't happened yet, so he can't play in the Bahamas for some reason, which doesn't make sense to me. So they're not real games. They're not even exhibitions. They're just scrimmages. If he can practice, let him play in these games. Whatever. Sad news last night. Billy Ray Smith passed away. Hated to see that. 2-time All-American. Great Razorback. Great San Diego Charger. Big member of that community. Did a lot in San Diego. Was on TV out there. Sportscaster, but died at the age of 64. Hated to hear that. And on a positive note, the Razorbacks soccer team is going to start the season number 2. Right behind Vanderbilt. They were voted number 2 by the coaches in the preseason SEC poll. So congratulations to them. Looks like the soccer team is going to be really good once again. As a look at your Razor Hog update, let's bring. We don't have Richard. All right. Let me go back to the Middleton Heat and Air text line while we wait on Richard Davenport. Let's see here. Have you already said something about Mika not being able to play because of eligibility problems in the Bahamas at least? Yeah. We've nailed it. It's a bummer. You would like for him, just to be able to play in some, game-type situations against other teams, play with his teammates to get to know them a little bit better. Any time on the court's valuable time for Mika. But selfishly, it was about me. I was wanting to watch him play, just see what this dude's all about. Heard so much about Mika, how athletic he is for that size. I wanted to watch him play, see if he could step in and be, replace Trevin Brazile, basically. Because the things I'm hearing, he's more active than Trevin Brazile, but brings a lot of the same qualities. Maybe a better shooter than Trevin Brazile. We'll just have to wait. 870 says, if he was a 4-star in track, he was underrated. He won the 100 meters. His best event is the 200, where he made a mistake in the NCAA championship. Yes, he did. Again, we will see. I think he might be a surprise, but we will see. I agree. Look, I had some inside, information on him, and I don't want to roast the guy because hopefully he's gotten better as a football player, but I was always told when he came to Arkansas, just think of him as a track star, because he is a track star. He proved that in Texas growing up. He proved it in the SEC this year, but they felt like his future was track and field and not in the NFL, that he was going to come to Arkansas, play both, but you would get the most contribution from him on the track. But maybe they're wrong. Maybe he's turned into a better football player than he was. Certainly he should be, right? Because in high school, they all get better than they were in high school. But it doesn't hurt to have a guy with that kind of blazing speed. Get him the ball, let him go, see what happens. I'm not discounting him. I'm just not counting on him. I'm just not counting on him to be a major contributor. Maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised. But you're right. We will see. Let's bring in Richard Davenport, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, WholeHogSports.com. What's up, RD? How are you?
Oh, not bad, man. Not bad. Who are you talking about?
We were talking about Jelani Watkins, the wide receiver from Louisiana. Or from, I guess did he grow up in Texas, then moved to Louisiana, or was he in Louisiana and moved to Texas? I can't remember, but I knew he ran track in Texas.
I can't either. Yeah. I mean, when you turn the roster over as much, I used to be able to remember the stories of just about every kid, pre-transfer portal, and now it's. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I look at the roster and I go, "Oh man, I forgot about that guy."
Yeah, 2-time Texas UIL champion in the 200 meters. Born in Louisiana, but moved to Texas as a child. There we go. That's on his bio. That's what I was pretty sure. But he went to LSU originally and then transferred from LSU to Arkansas. But anyway, I was just saying, I think of him as a track star, and I don't know how much of a contribution he'll make to the football team.
Yeah. Like you said, we'll see.
Yeah. Before we get into recruiting, because you've been a Razorback fan for years, and Billy Ray Smith was before my time. Just what was he like as a player, and you watching him as a kid or a young man?
I'm trying to think about all the defensive players I've seen through the years, and honestly, I can't think of a more dominating defensive player than him. I think he still holds the school record for tackles for losses, and it's not even close. I think Trey Flowers is second. And something you got to consider, his first 2 years, he played as a true freshman on the inside. Wow. On the defensive line. He was, if I remember correctly, he was like 6'3", 217 pounds. And back then, obviously, the defensive and offensive linemen weren't weren't huge like they are today, but still, that was even back then. That was very small. So he played inside for 2 years. So he only played 2 on the edge, and he was able to rack up, 63 plus tackles for losses. What would he have done if he was on the edge all 4 years? And he created havoc, even being an undersized defensive nose guard tackle. But he was just something to see. And then he goes. Think of this. He starts off in college as a interior defensive lineman, moves outside. Then he goes to the NFL and makes All-Pro at the linebacker.
Yeah.
He didn't play linebacker in college, but he moves to linebacker in the NFL, and he has a great career. That kind of tells you what kind of player he was. He was just a football player, if you want to, come right down to it. But he was extremely talented. I don't know what he ran, as far as in the 40 or something like that, but I wouldn't doubt if he ran a 4.5, 4.6.
Played against some really talented teams in college and NFL. Some of the best running backs you can think of in football history, where he played against that Pony Express, SMU, and then NFL-wise played against some of the greats, Walter Payton. Just a great run stopper, could get to the quarterback. He could do a bunch of different things from that defensive line and linebacker.
Yeah, I was in 82 Arkansas SMU game at the old Texas Stadium, and when Arkansas got ripped off on that it should have been a non interference call on Nathan Jones. That was horrible. But his sidekick is the last 2 years on the defensive end. As far as bookends, as far as defensive ends, was Ron Farreau. Back then, he was a freak. He was 6'8", 260 pounds, and he ran a 4.5. And he was a first-round draft pick too by the New York Jets. It just didn't pan out like they anticipated. But both obviously very, very physically gifted.
Richard Davenport's with us, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, WholeHogSports.com. Are you excited to see this basketball team play this weekend?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, it's going to be one-sided. The competition is not going to be anything to really be impressed about. But obviously, you're going to be able to see the guys in kind of in a scrimmage type situation. They ought to dominate, and it'll be interesting to see, how they play together. Could be a little sloppy, but at the same time, just because they're going to outman these teams that they're playing, they're going to look good. But I think obviously come October, November, we'll have a better idea. But obviously the team is very, very talented.
I saw where the Razorbacks extended an offer to Caleb Doherty, the guard that tore up Peach Jam. That's just kind of blowing up. He's one of the top recruits. It's not a surprise, but it's just fun to think if they could land that kid and bring him to Arkansas. Yeah,
well, if you're a guy and you show out at Peach Jam and you do as well as he did, you're gonna up your stock, and obviously that's what happened, and he got the offer based on Peach Jam, and so another top 10, top 15 prospect in the country being recruited by Coach Cal and them. So anytime you look at the top 10, top 15 guys, maybe top 20, you think, well, they're all a possibility to being recruited by Coach Calipari and his staff. But some guys, don't pass the test in certain areas, regardless of how talented they are. Maybe their attitude, maybe they're kind of selfish with the ball. There's a lot of things you evaluate when you go to these shoe circuit. So you do a lot of checking behind the scenes too.
We're seeing players from 27 class reclassified to 26. For that 28 class, do you think this is something that could be more of a trend where you see more of these players that maybe they'll reclassify to get into that 27 class?
Yeah, I think it's the trend because obviously you get to college, you can make a good chunk of change. So even if you spend, most guys, especially in the top 10, top 15 think they're going to be a one and done, and a good amount of them are, but some of them aren't. But at the same time, even if you're in college for 2 years, you're probably going to rake in probably $2 to $3 million. If you only go to college 1 year, obviously you're still going to make good money, but you could basically double it if you reclassify if you're a top elite prospect.
At this moment, Richard, is that more for basketball, or are we seeing football players do it also?
No, it's mostly basketball. There are a few guys that will reclassify for football. Football it's just different because let's face it, the physicality of football is much different than basketball. So I mean, you may see it with quarterbacks and some skill guys, but and there may have been a guy on the offensive or defensive line that is reclassified for football, but I can't think of any offhand. You really need to stay, unless you're absolutely like a Sean Andrews or something like that. You probably need to stay and continue to develop and get ready for college, because even then, most guys have to sit a year or two before they're ready to play.
Mm-hmm. Richard, you can make absolutely nothing in high school, or you can go to college and make $1 million. It seems like an easy decision.
Yeah, it would be easy for me. I would be thinking about, hey, you're 16, 17 years old. You're thinking about possibly making $1 million during the year that you would normally be a senior in high school, and you could be in college. And I'm that age, I'm thinking, man, I could get this Corvette. I could do this. I could do that. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just only natural when you're that young to think about, the benefits of having that much money.
Now, Richard, aren't there NIL deals for high school? You probably have to be top of the top, but there are a few players in high school that are getting some NIL deals.
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. I mean, going back to basketball, if we're talking about basketball and you're a top 10, top 15 guy, you don't even have to be a top 10, top 15 guy. Davion Thompson was a top 25, 30 guy, or maybe a little less. But Coach Cal saw his potential and thought that, hey, he could play for us this year, and he's going to be playing this year. So you don't necessarily have to be top 10, top 15. There's some guys that can be top 30, top 40 that, if you evaluate right, like Coach Cal did, you think these guys can skip their senior year and play college.
Richard Davenport with us, Arkansas Democrat Gazette, WholeHogSports.com. He's on the Network Services Group hotline. RD, what about football? Anything recruiting-wise, or is it just kind of come to a screeching halt?
I would say it's definitely a screeching halt. They've been they've had a dead period since June 22nd. Goes till the end of August. So as far as visits and stuff like that, it's just not going to happen. You can still communicate with the kids. As far as basketball, they're starting Saturday until the 19th of August. They're going to be in a dead period. So a lot of college basketball coaches and staffs, they're going to be taking some time off, doing some vacation time, and a lot of the football staffs have kind of wrapped up their vacation time and getting ready for fall practice. But as far as recruiting, it is kind of slow right now. As far as basketball, after the dead period's over on the 20th, you can start having some official visitors, and I tend to think that you'll start seeing some fairly soon after that.
I did see where they put out an offer. I didn't realize they were already offering some kids in the state for the 2028 class.
Football or basketball?
Football.
Oh yeah. I think there's like 5 of them, 5 that have offers in the 28 class. I think there's 5 or 6 in the 29, and I'm not looking at my list or anything, but that's pretty promising because obviously you're concentrating on the 27 class, and you already have 5 or 6 guys in 28, 29, and there's even some in the 30 class right now have offers from Arkansas, and sometimes you may only see 5 to 7 guys total in the senior class getting offers from Arkansas. So you already see about that number right now with the juniors and sophomores. So that's kind of promising about what potentially it could be like when things are wrapped up in each particular class, because more guys are going to be developing, and some guys may have played behind a senior last year, and this will be their first year, and they'll be able to pop up on a lot of college radars.
Offensive lineman Cannon Zubek said he's intrigued by Arkansas. What did he say makes Arkansas intriguing to him?
The relationship with Coach Myers and Coach Johnson, the 2 offensive line coaches, and then Coach Silverfield, he really liked them. I was able to run into him after their visit, he and his dad, for April 18th spring practice, and I remember seeing him and going, man, this dude's frame is very impressive. He's 6'7", 270 pounds, flat belly kid. So obviously in college he'll add 30, 40, 50 pounds easily, but very athletic. He plays basketball and baseball. He throws an 88 mile per hour fastball.
Wow!
And that was over this past summer. So still got 2 more years to go in college. So, but anyway, he's a consensus 4-star. Like I said, he visited that one time. He's probably going to visit again in the fall. He's a national recruit, so it's going to be tough to get him. But all you can do is continue to recruit him hard, and hopefully be able to, snag him near the end of his junior year or senior year.
Artie, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
It's Richard Davenport joining us on the Network Services Group Hotline. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll head to Oxnard, California, and check in with Mickey Spagnola at Cowboys Camp.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Maumelle exit.
This is Sports Center.
There were a few exciting extra inning games yesterday in Major League Baseball. The Baltimore Orioles beat the Detroit Tigers 10-9 in 12 innings in what might have been pitcher Tarek Skubal's last game as a Tiger. The White Sox also beat the Yankees 6-5 on a walk-off single in the 12th, and the Red Sox took down the Athletics 4-2 in 10. The Cubs and Cardinals also went to extra innings. They were scoreless heading into the 10th before a Pete Crow Armstrong home run put them up 2-0. But in the bottom of the 10th, after a Jordan Walker RBI made it 2-1, Ivan Herrera put it away for the Cardinals.
Swing, shot, hammer, tries again. That's down. That's going to tie it. Here comes Walker on his way to third. Pops waving. Here's the relay. The Cardinals have won it.
I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network.
Everybody knows the Brad Hendricks Law Firm is famous for car wrecks, big truck crashes, and medical negligence cases. But they do a lot more than that. They help good people who can benefit from bankruptcy. And they also help older folks who had their Social Security claims denied. When you need a lawyer, call the firm that is pure Arkansas, where you won't ever be just a number. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
In today's digital world, compliance isn't just a box to check, it's a necessity. Network Services Group will help you navigate the complex landscape of cybersecurity regulations, making sure your business stays compliant and secure. Stay ahead of the curve. Focus on what really matters, growing your business. Network Services Group, your partner in compliance for banks and medical organizations.
Network Services Group. One call does it all.
It's the Hustler Summer Sizzler happening now at Cabot Outdoors. Save big this summer with up to $2,000 off select Hustler zero-turn mowers. Grab the X-Ride 60-inch and save $2,000. Enjoy 0% financing for 42 months with approved credit. Payments as low as $330 a month. And don't miss Hustler Raptor deals. Get $250 off or score a free DeWalt tool. Sale ends July 31st. Cabot Outdoors, your source for Hustler and DeWalt equipment. Get mowing today. Online at CabotOutdoors.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, leaders in hay equipment with Vermeer hay products. HenardFoothills.com.
There's a place off Ocean Avenue where I used to sit and talk with you. We were both 16 and it felt so right. Sleeping all day, staying up all night. Staying up all night. There's a place on the corner of Cherry Street. We would walk on the beach in our bare feet. We were both 18 and it felt so right. Sleeping all day, staying up.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. Glad you're with us. Going to head out to Oxnard, California to Cowboys camp. Mickey Spagnola with DallasCowboys.com joins us on the Network Services Group hotline. Mickey, welcome in. How are you?
I'm doing great. As a matter of fact, I was sitting here with my phone in my hand, so I didn't forget.
It's all right, man. You know what? We just teased the audience for 24 hours. They just were sitting on the edge of their seats waiting for Mickey Spagnola's report on the Cowboys. So now we got everybody.
Maybe that helped them. Maybe that helped them come back today.
That's exactly what it did. First thing, we had a question yesterday. I guess it was P.J. Locke. Did he go out of practice? Anything significant yesterday?
He had a hyperextended knee. The tests were fairly positive. He's spending today working with Britt Brown on the cords, and then there's no practice tomorrow. They go again Saturday, nothing Sunday, and then pick up on Monday. So he'll have some time to maybe be ready when they put the pads on Monday.
We know with Jerry Jones, he does that opening press conference for every training camp. Is he have a media availability every day? Because it always makes headlines what he says in that opening presser. but we know that we'll see clips from him time to time throughout training camp. Is that something that's daily?
No, it's not daily. As a matter of fact, usually, when you come to training camp, there's always a bunch of issues. Well, this is the no-issue training camp, and as I wrote that last Friday, I said, for Brian Schottenheimer's sake, let's all knock on wood, right? There would be no reason to get Jerry until something happens here, and something always happens in training camp, right? There's no need really to ask him any more questions than he answered, not only in the 45-minute press conference, but he stood there for another 10 or 15 minutes off camera answering questions on a walk-off.
Yeah, I think everybody wants. Who are we talking about trading for? What position are they looking to address if they have to?
Well, I think it's not that they have to address something. I think it's more what might be available and at what position. Can they hire somebody? Can they sign somebody for a reasonable amount to be just a designated pass rusher? But the other thing that has to happen here is they got to see what they got. What if that there is a salary cap and you don't have unlimited funds? So what if you go out and you say, okay, this position needs more depth, and then you get a injury at a starting position where you're going, I ain't got much behind that. Now I need a guy, but I just spent my capital to reinforce another position that, maybe I didn't need to do that. Maybe that was a luxury. So there's more to it that goes into than just saying, oh, we're going to make a trade. I thought the significant thing he basically said, and I'm paraphrasing, that he would sacrifice the future for today if there was a move that he thought could help this team. And I think he feels confident in what they have so far, especially on offense. They feel better about the personnel moves they made on defense, the coaching moves they made on defense, that this could be a very good team. But again, you got to see something before you can project that.
Everyone took off on the fact of when he said all in. This was just basically a different way of saying that they're going to do what it takes. They're all in. And Jerry, as always, he's asked about each and every position, and just he talked about the fact that he feels like this team is being underrated and that they're just kind of flying under the radar. And so what was your take on that?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with flying under the radar, right? Because the Cowboys don't fly under the radar. Even if they're bad, that makes them on the radar even more. If you follow this team over the years I have, right? So, again, they're always all in because they normally spend to the salary cap limit. It's just a matter of, making sure you have prepared ahead of time. And I think they did a good job in free agency, picking up guys. Remember, Quinnen Williams, that's an all-in, right? Mm-hmm. He didn't get here until the trade deadline. So now he's had a whole offseason with this team. He's going to have an entire training camp. They've got other guys in the same boat. They got him playing with Kenny Clark. So, again, they've made some moves in the offseason. I think it flies under the radar that they traded for Rashawn Gary. I think he's a really good player, and God knows they needed somebody to set the edge playing the run on this defense, and that's one of the things that he does awfully well. I'm looking out there now, and two guys that probably weren't in camp at this time last year are at cornerback. Kalen Carson got hurt early. Savon Revel, their third-round draft choice, was still recovering from an ACL. And really only played 7 games, started 5 of them. So there's a lot of guys that were missing at the start last year that really hamstrung this team. Remember, eventually they traded Micah Parsons, and, the capital you got, well, they got Quinnen Williams, but you weren't able to use it all, and he's gone. Trayvon Diggs wasn't ready to play last year, right? And when he did, he went half speed. It wasn't what you're used to seeing, and they finally eliminated that problem, or he eliminated on Christmas Day when he didn't fly back with the team when they told him he needed to. So there's a lot of other things that went into last year that certainly got in the way with them not suffering consecutive back-to-back losing seasons since 2000 and 2002.
Mickey Spagnola with us live from Cowboys training camp. He's on the Network Services Group hotline. Mickey, what are the key position battles that you're keeping an eye on?
Well, I think first and foremost would be left tackle. Tyler Guyton's got to prove that, number one, he can stay healthy. Number two, that he could play through nicks and bruises. And number three, that he has the quality to hold down that left tackle position. Now, they're going to rotate probably by a group of practice sessions, like maybe every 4. Nate Thomas is going to get some snaps with the first team. And they're going to see where, that's going to go. And I would imagine that just in case, if nothing pans out, Tyler Smith will get some reps at left tackle, just in case. When they signed restricted free agent TJ Bass, they didn't give him that second-round tender just because he was going to be a backup guard, right? They were sitting there going, well, if something happens and we got to move Smith to left tackle, then TJ Bass is probably our starting left guard to take his place. So I think that position for sure. I think at the cornerback position, I think it's wide open on what they're going to do there. I think the backup running back is wide open. And this one, I think, flies under the radar a whole lot. But who's your backup quarterback? And that's kind of an important position because until last year, the Cowboys, all the losing seasons they had were the ones that Dak missed a good portion of them. And it relied on the backup quarterback, and it didn't work out so well. So I see the competition there. They're going to rotate those guys. And I would imagine they'll rotate them in the preseason games. So, yeah, I kind of signified before any of this start when I wrote my training camp preview that this is camp compete. And it's not just competing for starting jobs, it's competing to make this roster with all the guys, the free agents they brought in the offseason.
Tyler Guyton revealed that Dak has a slogan for this offense, and that is something that has people talking also.
I just heard it today because I didn't hear Guyton's press conference. It had something to do with
greatest offense there is. They
greatest offense there is.
They call it Gotti.
Gotti, right? All right. Well, we'll see, right? Well, and it needs to be. If you look at last year, it was the first year Schottenheimer running the offense. It was the first year Schottenheimer calling the plays. They had a rookie starting at right guard. Now, he was awfully good, but it was still a rookie starting there. They had the problems at left tackle with the injuries. There's a heck of a lot of talent on that offense, and it'll be good to see. And the other thing people forget, last year, Dak missed most of the offseason, right? Because he was coming back from the season-ending hamstring ligament injury that he suffered. So he wasn't full speed when they started training camp, by the way. And as Schottenheimer knows, you better keep evolving on offense because if you're standing still, people are catching up with you.
We've got Mickey Spagnola with us at Cowboys camp. Mickey, a lot of moves in the offseason were focused on the defense. Do you feel like they've done what needed to be done to improve that defense?
Yeah, I think so. I think from and everybody says, well, they got Christian Parker and he's the hotshot new coach, and it's like I absolutely agree with that. Just watching him work out there, but he's not a magician. You got to have personnel, and the Cowboys did not have the personnel last year. So they added guys in the secondary. I mentioned Gary. They added an inside linebacker with D. Winters. Overshown, remember, he just played the last quarter of the season last year. So that's kind of like adding him. The same thing with Deron Bland. If you remember, Bland was fighting that foot injury that they surgically repaired at the end of the year, and now he's out here already starting. So they've added from within that they didn't have fully last year. They added Quinnen Williams. And then all the guys that they added in the secondary. Jalen Thompson looks like a player at safety, and he and Hooker are working with the first team at safety. So you got veteran guys there. Last year they were playing guys at corner and safety that had not played in the league before. Some of them were just spent their first year on the practice squad somewhere else, right? So yeah, they've done things. Now we got to see if it comes to fruition once they put the pads on come Monday.
What are your thoughts on Caleb Downs, and how are they going to use him?
Yeah, well, they're going to use him. I'm going to say the same thing about him that I said about Micah Parsons when the Cowboys drafted Parsons, and it was like, well, you took a linebacker that high in this league, and it's like, where are you going to play him? And I said, on the field. and I'm going to say the same thing about Caleb Downs, on the field. He's been working in the slot on the first team nickel. He'll get reps as a backup safety. He'll get reps as a nickel linebacker. Just get him on the field. And so far, like yesterday, I only saw when they were in 11-on-11, one ball hit the ground. Rashawn Gary punched one out. Well, guess who was there to pick up the ball? It was Caleb Downs. And I was like, of course, right? That's what he did at Alabama. That's what he did at Ohio State. Somehow, some way, some guys are always around the football. Either if it's in the air, it's on the ground, or it's in somebody's hands. So far, so good. The guy's unbelievable personality. And in the off season, right away, with all the young guys, even when they were in rookie mini camps, he was the Pied Piper. Everybody gravitated towards him. So, and just to tell you, the type of guy is where right outside where they eat here at training camp. There's a refrigerator and it has all the bottled water in there. And he was filling up his bag with a bunch of water, and I was just standing there kind of the side waiting, and he looked at me and he goes, oh, go ahead of me. And I'm going, no, you go. And he goes, no, I insist. He didn't have to do that. He don't know me from Adam, right? But he probably saw this old dude waiting and said, okay, I should let him go, right?
Well, you're a legend, Mickey. He knows who you are.
But he doesn't know that. Heck no. And if you think about it, these guys in college don't know what's going on other people's media outlets. But he's wise, right? That's the kind of guy he is. And I think that'll be, why, he has success. The other thing, and I don't know if you guys saw the Quinnen Williams interview yesterday. He was up on the podium. Unbelievable. And you just need to listen to him talk. We're talking a guy going into his 8th season in the NFL, and he's never won anything. And he pointed out to Dak in the offseason that, I've never played a playoff game. And he goes, and I'm here to make sure you're back in the playoffs. But if you just listen to him, because they wanted to talk about the possibility, and they are working on signing him to a long-term deal. And he was talking about how he wants to be here. This is the first time he's been around a team that has so many good leaders and the guys that he's playing with on defense. You just need to listen to that interview, and I'll guarantee you'll have 5 days worth of sound bites.
Wow, good stuff. Hey, Malachi Lawrence, he kind of gets overshadowed because of Downs, but the Cowboys' other first-round pick, is this a guy that can come in? Are they depending on him to play this year?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's played some when they're in a 3-4. At times, he's the left kind of linebacker, but it's kind of a defensive end spot. He can rush the quarterback. Schottenheimer was talking about him today, how well he played against the run. Now, again, they're just thumping up. And just to show you how competitive this is, I'm watching here kind of from afar, but Dak completed a pass to George Pickens, and it was probably about a 20-yard pass. Well, he celebrated all the way to the end zone, and he only caught it at about the 50. So these guys are competing hard, and you just kind of hope that, that kind of just gravitates and keeps going and going and going to bring some confidence in this team that the defense certainly didn't have last year.
Mickey, great stuff, man. We'll catch up with you in a week or so and talk some more Cowboys. Thank you for your time.
Sure, anytime, and it'll be better next time because they'll have been in pads for a week or two.
Mickey Spagnola with us, DallasCowboys.com. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up our second hour. It's Out of Bounds.
Member Rewards at Southland Casino Hotel is turning up the heat for new members. Join today and enjoy a free buffet at the Kitchen's Buffet. Plus, earn 150 points and win up to $1,500 free play. From 8 incredible restaurants and bars to free live entertainment every week, the excitement never stops at Southland. Our 20-story hotel is just steps from our casino floor, so you can extend your day at the casino to the next morning. Book your stay now, exclusively at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep, and I just want to say thank you to the great people in the state of Arkansas for making us the nation's #1 Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealer. That's right, folks. We are #1 in the entire nation, according to Stellantis' own internal report card. And if you want to find out why, you want to make that beautiful drive right here to Heber Springs during the Make This Summer event. Or check us out online at redriverdodge.com for the best deals in the entire state.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-746-0155. That's 800-746-0155. 800-746-0155.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Stop paying retail. Summer savings on now at Natural State Wholesale, the warehouse in Cabot. Contractors, builders, and DIYers, this is your paradise. And yes, they're open to the public. Unbelievable pricing on all kinds of flooring, butcher block countertops, gorgeous shower and backsplash tile, discount shingles, ceiling fans, faucets, and more. The hottest savings of the summer. 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot. Natural State Wholesale, the warehouse where you save big every single day. Build better naturally.
Hey, y'all. Roger Scott here, and I don't have to tell you it's hot outside. You can figure that up all by yourself when you touch your steering wheel 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That thing's going to brand you like a head of cattle. So you want to beat the heat? Make Family Market Stores your fill-up stop. Whether you're pulling into one of their convenience stores or grocery store locations, you're walking into cool air, great deals, and big-time savings. Grab yourself a large fountain drink, sweet tea, or lemonade, and boom, 5 cents off per gallon at the pump. Mornings more your speed? A large cup of community coffee gets you another 5 cents per gallon, and that's before your first sip. And don't forget that Family Market Rewards card. Use it inside the store to save even more on snacks, drinks, and whatever you need, and stack those savings when you gas up outside. And you'll find these deals in Pangburn, Malvern, Shannon Hills, Wooster, Mayflower, and now 2 stores in Hot Springs on Albright Road and the newest location on Albert Pike. If there's not a Family Market store in your neck of the woods just yet, hold tight. One's coming. Family Market stores, cooling you down and filling you up.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Join Rick Schaefer and I every afternoon on Arkansas's #1 caller-driven sports show. We'll talk with great guests like Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, Trey Biddy, Hogsports.com, Kevin Bohannon, and a whole lot more. It's all right here from 4 to 7 on 103.7 The Buzz.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, selling and servicing Kubota's full line of equipment since 1991. HenardFoothills.com.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. Hit the Middleton Heat and Air text line. Wrap up our second hour. If you want to join us, 661-1037. 501 says, or asks, ask Mickey who are the backup quarterbacks. Sorry, didn't see it, but there are only 2. That's the crazy thing. Cowboys only have 3 quarterbacks on their roster for fall camp.
Who's that third quarterback?
Sam Howell. Got Joe Milton, Sam Howell. Joe Milton was the backup last year, played a little bit, and Sam Howell. Sam Howell, I didn't realize he's been in the league for 5 years.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's actually got more experience than Joe Milton.
He started some games, too, so, yeah, it'll be a good competition.
Yeah, that's one of the, like Mickey said, one of the key things that they have to figure out is the backup quarterback situation. From Brady and Conway. Please share this with Marcus Elliott. Well, you need to – Brady, you're going to have to retext that probably about an hour. If Marcus is coming in today, he thinks LeBron's the GOAT of all time. He needs to see this and hopefully come to a sensus. Oh, it's an Instagram post. Sorry. LeBron's cringe moments deserve their own highlight reel. I guess it's some of his just bad plays from LeBron over the years. He went to pass it twice. He went to pass it, and somebody got in the passing lane and basically walked, but nobody called it. He got away with it. That's funny.
Well, if he got away with it doesn't make it a bad play.
Nope. 2026 most valuable college football programs. All right, I'll play along. Tennessee's at number 10, $1.4 billion. Tennessee, 9. Then you have a tie for 7th with Oklahoma and USC. Alabama at 6, behind Georgia. Michigan at 4. Notre Dame at 3. Ohio State's 2. And Texas worth $2.46 billion. I wonder how they figure this. Top college football programs by 2026 valuation. That's via The Athletic. You know who's missing from there?
Who's that?
The defending champs.
Yeah.
Indiana. I would figure they would be worth a lot. Big school, a lot of donors, worth a lot of money. Oh, I need to find this real quick. Rhett Lashley had a tweet today. He was speaking at the media days and made a comment about preseason rankings or something. And I guess it picked up some steam. And then he responded to it. Let me see if I can find it. It was really good. And it makes a lot of sense. And it's something we've kind of talked about. No, that's not it. Dang, he tweets a lot. Excuse me. Well, maybe not. Basically, he was saying, let me summarize what he was saying. How do we have strength of schedule? How do we have football power index?
It's based off last year for the most part, but then portal.
He said, in this day and age, more than ever, no one knows what they have. No one knows what this year's team is going to look like. because of the portal. It's like, we don't know what our team's going to be like, much less other teams. So how are we putting out a strength of schedule? Because you don't know if those teams are going to be any good. We don't know if anybody's going to be any good with all the change every single year in college football. And then we start with these rankings, and it's setting the standard or the bar for some teams too high or too low off of something we don't even know.
Yeah, and that's been a case for a while now that there's been that argument out there that probably need to wait a while before you put rankings out. But there's always going to be preseason rankings.
Mm-hmm. Well, the goal is with the committee, they're not paying attention to these rankings. They're coming up with their own rankings by watching the games through October. Coming up, we got What's Trending. Stick around. And maybe Coach Z, it's Out of Bounds.
Summer is here at the Big Lot. If you need a truck or an SUV for the lake this summer, maybe a Jeep for some off-road fun, come see us at the Big Lot.
Folks, we have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at under $20,000, and our banks work with any credit situation.
You can buy with zero down, and our lenders love saying yes. So come see us at the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton.
The Big Lot Benton. Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on Out of Bounds by Smart Buick GMC. With GMC trucks on the lot ready to move starting at $38,296. SmartBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
A lot of talk.
Why do you have to talk like that?
And a lot more attitude.
You have a problem? Turn off your station.
The race for Little Rock mayor is heating up. Mayor Frank Scott Jr. has submitted his candidacy for re-election. Scott turned in the needed signatures to run yesterday. He says he's helped create jobs and economic development in the city, but knows there is more work to do. If elected, this will be his third time as mayor. And Little Rock Vice Mayor Brenda B.J. Wyrick has also entered the race for Little Rock mayor. Wyrick has served on the city board of directors for 31 years and served 3 terms as vice mayor. If elected, she says she wants to focus on police staffing and cars, as well as city street and drainage issues. The filing period for city elections runs through August 5th. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KRK's Jessica Rockwell.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
With KARK's Juliana Cullen.
Hot and humid today, and we still do have heat advisories, but it's not near as hot as it was earlier this week. Could have a spotty shower or thunderstorm this afternoon, but most of your Thursday will remain dry. A little hotter tomorrow for your Friday, but by Friday night, a cold front moves through, cooling us down and taking away a little bit of the humidity for the weekend. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Tune into The Zone each week when Susan Irwin Proud shares her keys to the weekend music events calendar. Brought to you by Willie D's and Big Red Dog Productions. Big Red Dog Productions is your gateway to music excellence in Central Arkansas and beyond. Visit entertainersguide.com to see the weekly calendar and submit your shows.
Honda of Russellville, proud to celebrate 47 years of serving Arkansas families. Come celebrate with big savings store-wide through September 26th. Register to win a 2026 Honda HR Forest Edition 4Transform and 4x4 with the dependable 518cc engine and long travel suspension ready for work or the weekend. See why folks from all over Arkansas choose Honda of Russellville. Great prices and hometown service for 47 years. Honda recommends metformin for riders 16 years and older. Always wear a helmet and take an ATV rider course.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word.
In 1903, the Wright brothers invented airplanes because in 1902, they took a road trip across the country with their family, says Bill Engvall. Road trips are as much a part of America as Stuckey's and Buc-ee's. So load up the car, stop by Double B's, which we have in Arkansas, and get out that Rand McNally Atlas. Or, if you're not a Luddite, get that GPS ready to be your guide, and putteth the hammer down. As the Turkish proverb teaches, no road is long with good company. You need some petrol? Double B's. You need a snack? Double B's. You need a drink? Double B's. You need a pit stop? Double B's. You need dozens of other things? Double B's. Because Double B's is where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Hey guys, Heath Boothby here, Crane Hyundai of Little Rock. Whether it's the huge inventory, the great deals, the specials, the #1 service department in Little Rock, come find out why me and my team are Little Rock's #1 dealership for sales and service. We have the Hyundai Getaway Sales event happening right now, 0% interest on all Tucsons and Santa Fe's, as well as just a multitude of discounts on everything else on the lot. Come see us, Crane Hyundai of Little Rock, off Colonel Glenn.
This July is America's 250th birthday, so declare your independence from low testosterone at Low T Center. Start with a free T-test today. Stay on treatment for 90 days, and we're going to put $250 back in your pocket. It's the Low T Center $250 for $250 offer, celebrating freedom. Visit FixMyLowT.com and book your free T-test today.
This is Chris Roberts with Southern Bank. If you're looking for a bank that can grow with you, now is the perfect time. Experience the difference our people make for our customers every day. Community presidents like John Holman and Lexus Landers work as true financial partners with their clients and community. Southern Bank is here to help you with all your financial needs. We have state-of-the-art online banking and friendly faces that greet you with a smile. To start your relationship with Southern Bank, visit bankwithsouthern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm Scott Romine with Gwatney Buick GMC. We've been advertising on 103.7 The Buzz for over a decade, and I have personally worked with our sales rep, Hope Hankins, for 8 years. Hope keeps us up to date on Razorback and high school sports sponsorship opportunities. Gwatney Buick GMC has long benefited and enjoyed partnering with The Buzz. If you want to advertise your business on The Buzz, I recommend you call Hope Hankins at 501-773-7321.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios, it's Out of Bounds with Wes Moore and Joe Franklin on 103.7 The Buzz.
Parmesan with my accountant lips. In fact, I'm down in this. You say with my boo babe tastes like Kool-Aid for the analyst. Girl, I can buy your Westie world with my base stuff. I know that it's good. Won't you sit it on my taste buds? I get way too busy once you let me do the extras. Pull up on your block and break it down. We playing Tetris. AM to the PM, PM to the AM phone. Eat up your per diem. You just gotta hate them phone. If I quit your BM, I still rock Mercedes phone. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest funk. My left stroke just went viral. Right?
What's trending in the world of sports is sponsored by Arkansas-based West Rock Coffee. Join West Rock Coffee and their 1.5 million coffee farmers around the globe as they fuel Arkansas with great tasting coffee, tea, and water delivered directly to your business. Contact them at westrockcoffee.com or 833-886-JAVA today.
All right, more NFL news. We got to hear from Mickey Spagnola and talk Cowboys. Now we're going to talk about the Chicago Bears and their quarterback, Caleb Williams.
Lost some weight, so it's good. I'm excited about that. Be able to move a little bit better, be smoother. All these different things. Just being able to also bring that into the facility with the strength staff and things like that. Things I've done, things that work well with me, and being able to adjust and be better for the season.
How much did you lose?
10 to 15, something like that.
How'd you do it?
Eating at certain times, going to bed and not eating after 7, and just eating consistently, eating well.
Go.
We know that.
Focused.
Yeah, we know times during the play when it breaks down, or just if the defense turns that back to him, he may take off running. So could be a little bit faster now.
Sounds like Caleb Williams had a good offseason. Puka Nacua was a wild offseason for him.
I think continuing some of the things that I was able to establish into my routine, trusting and in closing, I think my circle of trust and allowing the people that I feel like have the inside parts of my life to continue to communicate and trust the people I think who are around me. And I owe a great thank you to my support system, but especially like my family through this time. There have been things that obviously have happened this offseason that haven't been the truest reflection of the person I feel like I am and how my mother raised me. And there's definitely been conversations with her to apologize, but also for her to say that she supports me. And also my brothers are I think my biggest critics as well. So I'm like there was some intense conversations, but loving conversations in order to see improvement.
Well said.
He may be next as far as receivers that you'll see get a big payday, but has to get the issues, the troubles behind him.
Is he on the last of his deal?
I'm not sure exactly where it is, but I think it's at least maybe it could be a couple years out, but it's about time for him to
conversation is beginning, I'm sure.
And had not some of these troubles come about, probably already would have had that contract done.
Let's go to college football. Big Ten Media Days. Saw Cignetti was talking today, firing shots like Bielema at the SEC. Said, we don't have a hype machine for us. We're in the Midwest. When we're struggle, we just get to work. Here's Whittingham. Here's how he's going to fix college football.
I think it's got to be an NFL minor league model where we have a salary cap. And, the players are employees. I think, as distasteful as some of that is, I don't think there's any other way that is better than that. And, right now it's out of control. I mean, we're going to have probably, a dozen teams in the next recruiting cycle with $50 million rosters. And there's such a disparity between the haves and the have-nots. And I think that the only way to get that evened out and level the playing field is to go ahead and pattern it after an NFL, like I said, a minor league NFL model and a super league, if you will, and you'll probably see 48 to 60 teams survive the cut and be on the right side of the line in the sand and proceed forward.
Makes a little sense. I like some of those ideas. More than anything, just get a grasp on things. Get it under control. Now to Major League Baseball. We'll begin with the Cardinals and Cubs. They went to extra innings.
Swing, shot, hammer, time to get. That's down. That's going to tie it. Here comes Walker on his way to third. Pops waving. Here's the relay. The Cardinals have won it.
Walk it off 3-2 and 10. White Sox and Yankees played a close one too.
Turns on this one, high in the air to right field. Back goes Dominguez at the wall. Cue the fireworks as Sam Antonacci makes it a one-run ball game here in the 8th inning. The rate is buzzing again as Murakami now lifts this in the air. Left center out the wall. Back to back we go. We are tied at the rate. A solo shot from Murakami, his 23rd of the season. Dumps this one into center field. It's going to drop. Here comes Tristan Peters to play at the plate.
6-5. What about that crowd for Chicago?
Oh, yeah, and Yankees got off to a 4-0 start. They had that for a long period during the game, and then around the 8th inning, you saw it was tied 4-4. So at that point, it's a new ball game. They went to extras. White Sox get it done at home.
It's such a great story. White Sox just being terrible 2 years ago, and now they're rewarding their fans, and their fans showing up. I know it's the Yankees, but what a great crowd, loud, and they're right there in the thick of things. Orioles, Tigers.
Toward the middle, through the middle. A base hit for Colton Cowser. Just his 5th of the year off a left-handed pitcher in an at-bat where he fought his way back from 0-2. He has restored the Oriole advantage.
Orioles win it 10-9.
Another extra inning game.
And another loss for the Tigers. Not looking good for the Tigers, playing their worst at the worst possible time, and their ace maybe on the trading block.
There's a lot of interest around the league, and they're receiving a lot of phone calls about them, so they have to look at this season, but also look at their future, what's going to be best for them.
I just started shaking my head laughing. They said the leader to trade for Scooble. The Dodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Dodgers and Brewers, the two teams that have best records in baseball, they're both looking at them, and it makes sense.
Rangers pulled off a trade early yesterday. They didn't wait till the deadline. Got a relief pitcher they desperately needed and a backup catcher.
Might as well. You don't want to get left behind by waiting till the end.
No, they know what the issue is. It's the bullpen, and already started addressing it. Giants, Brewers.
Hit to center field and hit well. On the move, Mitchell! Out of here! Number 1 for Daniel Susac. Susac to left. And deep. And gone. Poor Andrew Vaughn just happens to throw on a day where the ball's carrying.
Giants roll 16-3. We'll finish up with the Marlins and the Phillies.
Hernandez flies one deep to left center field. Way back she goes. He did it.
Marlins win again, 8-6. That's one crazy team. They streak one way and then streak the other way. They're back winning again. 2 games have already been completed today in Major League Baseball. The Twins beat the Royals 4-3, and the Rays beat the Rangers 3-2. They started that game at 11 o'clock this morning. Getaway day. And the Rays win the last 2 of that series to win the series against the Rangers after they won Game 1 on Tuesday.
Drew Brees, for his Hall of Fame speech, he's going to be introduced by Sean Payton. And Sean Payton said he was honored to introduce Drew Brees into Hall of Fame, and he got emotional about it. Amon Green, Packers all-time leading rusher, revealed that he's dealing with Parkinson's. So we had Chris Johnson, who has ALS, and now Amon Green revealed that he's dealing with Parkinson's. WNBA players Paige Beckers, Angel Reese, they played a game last night, really competitive game that went to overtime, and they were on social media joking about it leading up to the game, putting a friendly wager on it, and it's been revealed that they won't be disciplined by WNBA, but also WNBA said this is a good reminder that players aren't allowed to wager on WNBA games. And even though it was a friendly wager between them, just a reminder in general to stay away from that aspect of the game.
Did you see the WNBA accidentally posted that video?
No.
Yes, and quickly deleted it and apologized for doing it.
Yeah, knew that it was posted because of the players, but I mean, they probably didn't have any thought about it either, thinking this is something friendly, some back and forth between a couple of star players in the league. And then when they realize it has that wagering aspect to it, they're like, nope, got to get rid of it.
Yeah. Oops. It didn't take them long to take it down. What was it?
Oh, somebody brought it to whoever posted it, their content department.
Yeah.
Somebody brought it to their attention right away.
I found that Rhett Lashley quote that I was looking for. He said, "It's so obvious, yet rarely ever questioned. last year doesn't matter anymore at all. We have no idea who anyone is yet, so it's impossible to have strength of schedule or FPI yet. There's literally no data to go off of, nothing to measure, compare, or judge yet. However, we create this arbitrary baseline to begin the year. Makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah.
I understand what he's saying. Got some good stuff out of ACC Media Day and Big Ten Media Day. I think there was better stuff out of their conferences this year than the SEC. It was kind of quiet, honestly, in the SEC. When the biggest news or the biggest thing I remember is the phone going off in the middle of a press conference and Coach threatening to throw the podium.
Yeah, ACC Miami prohibited favorite. They got most of the first place votes. It was, believe, out of 170, they got like 165. So
Wow.
they're the favorite by far. And even though they had that success, went to a national championship game, they're not ACC defending champs. Duke won ACC last year.
Did Miami get Duke's quarterback? Is that who they replaced in the portal?
Can't remember.
Like Mensah or something like that?
That's him. Don't remember who they got. It's hard to keep up with all this movement.
They had to go out and get somebody for them to be the overwhelming ACC pick like that. They're not having to turn to an untested quarterback, I'm sure.
No, that's kind of the model that's put out there. Indiana did it, Miami did it, and you see LSU, Texas Tech, they attempted to do it, but that's the model that's out there where you go get one of these quarterbacks that's played at a high level, you bring him in, pay him, and then you fill in the rest of the roster around him.
Yep, Darian Mensah is their starting quarterback in 2026. Named preseason ACC Player of the Year. Transferred from Duke to Miami. After playing at Tulane also. I forgot about that. I guess I didn't realize that.
And see, that's what everyone's trying to put a stop to, the multiple changing and stops in somebody's career as far as a college athlete. But they're benefiting from it.
Yeah, he is only a redshirt junior with 3 moves. Tulane, Duke, Miami. Originally from San Luis Obispo. Cool little town there in California. All right. Anything else we got to hit on?
No, that's it.
Okay. We'll take a break. We'll come back, 661-1037. You want to jump in here? Talk a little football, Razorback basketball. We're wide open. You can always text us, 661-1037. Same number. That's the Middleton Heat and Air text line. If you're watching on 1037thebuzz.com or on the app, you can always hit us up on the Smart Buick GMC live fan feedback. I'll check both to see what you guys have to say. Stick around. It's Out of Bounds.
Fitness brings you Top 10 Tuesdays with The Zone. Each week, Justin and Phil will dive into a different Top 10 list and take your calls. Brought to you by 10 Fitness. Turn back the clock on gym prices.
This is SportsCenter.
There were a few exciting extra inning games yesterday in Major League Baseball. The Baltimore Orioles beat the Detroit Tigers 10-9 in 12 innings in what might have been pitcher Tarek Skubal's last game as a Tiger. The White Sox also beat the Yankees 6-5 on a walk-off single in the 12th, and the Red Sox took down the Athletics 4-2 in 10. The Cubs and Cardinals also went to extra innings. They were scoreless heading into the 10th before a Pete Crow Armstrong home run put them up 2-0. But in the bottom of the 10th, after a Jordan Walker RBI made it 2-1, Ivan Herrera put it away for the Cardinals.
Swing, shot, hammer, tough again. That's down. That's going to tie it. Here comes Walker on his way to third. Pops waving. Here's the relay. The Cardinals have won it.
I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network.
Join Out of Bounds Friday at the Spot City Classic, Arkansas's largest indoor pickleball tournament, presented by Chris Crane, Dodge Jeep Ram of Hot Springs. Go to pickleballtournaments.com. Spot City Classic, sponsored by Washita Bar and Grill and Comfort Inn and Suites.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for a better deal on your next vehicle? Make the smart drive to Smart Auto Group. Since 1906, Smart Auto Group has been helping drivers find the right vehicle at the right price. Arkansas's oldest auto groups. Shop a huge selection of Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Hyundai, and Honda vehicles, all backed by the hometown service you can trust. You'll find great selection and great value at Smart Auto Group. Make the smart drive today and start saving at smartdrive.com.
When you think CertaPro Painters, you probably think interior and exterior painting for homes and commercial properties, which we do beautifully. But did you know that we're more than just paint? CertaPro also provides expert carpentry, sheetrock repairs, deck and fence staining, and durable garage and patio concrete coatings. Whether you're refreshing your home, upgrading a commercial space, or restoring outdoor areas, we deliver professional results with the quality and service you expect. Call CertaPro Painters today or schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro Painters, that's certainty.
Join the Zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jockstraps, brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday, as Justin and Phil give you their Game Balls and Jockstraps on the Zone from 10 till 1. It's all brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level, and be listening for Game Balls and Jockstraps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz. Live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy carries Steel full line of handheld equipment. HenardFoothills.com.
All right, welcome back to Out of Bounds. 661-1037. Phone lines are open. Text line is open. This segment is open. Jump on in. Go to the Middleton Heat and Air text line. 501 wants to know, is Mickey related to Steve from the Chiefs? Steve. Oh, Steve they're DC. No. Well, I don't think so, but they don't spell their last name the same way. Spagnola. Mickey, our Spagnola is Spagnola. And Steve Spagnola up in Kansas City, he throws a U in there. It's like N-U-O-L-O. I don't think they look alike. Mickey's a little dude. He's a good guy, though. He is.
I don't know if it was about them looking alike. Just last name was the thought. But I think he is Spagnolo.
Spagnolo?
Maybe.
501 says, we're talking about the most valuable college football programs. And I was like, wow, Indiana's not in the top 10. Writes back and says, and one of the biggest donors for the University of Indiana is, wait for it, Mark Cuban.
Oh, yeah.
That is a perfect example. You know, they say if you build it, they will come. Well, if you win, they will come and you'll get more money and more money. They get it. People get excited about the program, and that's got to be the hope for Arkansas. You know, we heard it. Heck, we heard it with people calling in here. They weren't going to give until a change was made. Well, now you got some people who are giving more, but it's still a wait and see for some. I think if you are able to show that you can have success at Arkansas, win some games, show improvements, then the donations will start to rise. Now, if you do something absolutely crazy like Indiana and get to the college football playoff in a short amount of time and then win it all, that's going to create even more donating. Not saying that's what Arkansas has to do, but that is a good path to follow. Show some improvement. Get people that are buying into the program, have faith in the program, have faith in the head coach and what he's doing, then, yeah, it's a little easier to make some of those donations.
Schools in that area, too, they have some famous alum that they do have a lot of money that they can pour into their program, too.
Yeah, doesn't Michigan have the largest alumni base?
Yes. Well, Michigan, Indiana, I think it kind of goes back and forth. Because during last season, it was reported that Indiana had largest alumni.
Joe, 501 wants to know about Puka's off-season issues.
So I haven't dug too deep into it, but he had some comments and had another situation with a woman. So there have been a couple of different things that have been out there.
And it was his brother that stole
his brother,
Thero's car?
Yeah, his brother got into some trouble also. And it was funny listening to that clip where he said his brothers are as harsh as critics. So he kind of thought about that at the time when he's making a comment talking about his brothers got on to him, and his brother, one of them, is dealing with some issues himself.
Those who live in glass buildings should not throw stones. Hey, bro, stop it.
But, I mean, there's a difference, though. Like, his brother was in the news because he's Puka's brother. Puka's in the news because he's a star. Like, it wouldn't even be a story about his brother if it wasn't his brother.
501 says, do you have any info on Hagen Smith? Well, he's back pitching, had the shoulder infringement, something in his shoulder. They rested him for a couple weeks. He's back, made, let's see here, through 2 scoreless innings for AAA Charlotte on Friday. So that would have been 6 days ago. So he should be getting ready to make another appearance. Came out of the bullpen. That was 11 days ago. First stint back. So he's made a couple of appearances out of the bullpen. But this story, is the headline, Hagen Smith could finish the year in the White Sox bullpen. So they're in the pennant race.
Got a few months to be on the lookout for.
Could be like, we were talking with Stephen Davis yesterday with Cade Anderson of the Mariners or the Travs. They need bullpen help. May not have to trade for it. It could be Cade Anderson. Same thing with the White Sox. May bring up Hagen Smith, let him throw out of the bullpen, get that first taste of Major League Baseball. That would be cool. Yeah, we're going to have to be on the Hagen Smith watch now. See when he gets that call up. Hey, it's still, well, I guess August is almost here.
Got a couple months.
Yeah. But if they need help right away and he can continue to have good outings out of the bullpen for them in AAA, that would help it make it easier for them to call him up. Wanted to talk about this real quick. Let me pull it up. Ross Dellinger, he's been all over the Protect College Sports Act in Congress. He's been there covering it. He tweeted out a few minutes ago, top of the hour, so about 25 minutes ago, the Senate has adjourned for the week, and the majority leader did not file the Protect College Sports Act. The bill's chances of a vote next week are slim now. The legislation remains in dire position ahead of a month-long Senate recess beginning next Friday. So there's still work to be done on the Protect College Sports Act, and they were hoping to get it done today. No, It's almost a running joke. They're working with the folks in the Big Ten and the SEC, and they're like, all right, we got a deadline at 11 o'clock this morning. And they're like, all right, we'll get it to you at 2. We'll get it to you when we get it to you. We run things around here. But it is putting some pressure on the lawmakers to work quickly to try to get it done. And they were hoping to get it filed, but nope, no file today.
Takes time. It's a process. And sometimes it takes more time than you're wanting it to take.
Yeah.
But you have to be patient.
And why they thought they had it fully written and ready to go without the approval of the two largest conferences, the Big Ten and the SEC. All right, we're ready. And no, you're not. No, nuh-uh. This isn't anywhere close to what we want. Let's talk about this. So they had to go back to work, start rewriting, and it's kind of a mess. 501 says, did Coach Bielema really trash the SEC at Big Ten football media days? He fired some shots. I mean, Bielema is riding that Big Ten tidal wave right now and feels like he can take some shots at the SEC, and so he did. He was. I mean, Cignetti did the same thing today. I think they feel, and I get it, because you got the SEC network and ESPN plugged into the SEC network. They get a lot of coverage, and then Sankey during his speech to open things up was pointing out other things besides winning a national championship and the success of the SEC. His key thing was attendance and ratings. More people watch SEC football and attend SEC football games than any other league in the world. We're talking NFL, we're talking soccer, whatever. No one attends games more than SEC games.
The Big Ten is probably thinking, okay, where's that gotten you last 3 years?
And rightfully so. They sit on top right now. So they have bragging rights, and some of their coaches are choosing to
they're going to take their shots.
Take their shots.
It's well-deserved right now, too.
Fire it off. And that's up now to the SEC to end that cycle and to produce some better teams in the college football playoffs. Been there close, but not getting it done. And that's not what the SEC is used to. They're used to racking up championships, and hasn't happened now for 3 straight years. Michigan, Indiana, Ohio State.
It's amazing, too, that it's all come from same conference, because there are quality teams, Big 12, ACC, Miami, Texas Tech. So maybe one of those conferences make next move, and they're able to win.
And Miami really helped the ACC last year, because you remember all the talk was ACC may only get one team in. It was like you said, Duke was the one that actually won the championship, but there for a while it looked like maybe one ACC team, maybe one Big 12 team. It was, we thought, a down year for those leagues, but Miami saved the ACC. It's odd when Florida State and Clemson are both down in the ACC. It kind of when they're your two powers, your historical powers of the ACC are struggling, or not as, I shouldn't say struggling, but not as good as they were in the past. It takes a little of the flash away from the ACC.
Clemson to start season have a really big game. LSU Clemson.
No, it's huge. No, that first week, that's always the great thing about college football. Just the games early in the season. There's no just kind of dipping your toe into the water. I mean, you start with a splash. Just pulling it up, looking at some of these marquee games. I'm trying to find them. Why is it not showing? Oh, because I'm sorry, I'm under the Big Ten category for the first week. Here we go. First game, North Carolina, TCU. Bill Belichick. Oh, we even mentioned, man, the investigation at North Carolina into the GM.
Yeah, Mike Lombardi. On paid leave right now.
Mm-hmm. Now they're going to look deeper into it. Colorado. How's Deion doing? Not a lot of talk about Deion, except for his health and now that he's back.
Still getting some quality recruits, but they are, it seems like, not only using portal, but they are doing the high school recruiting route and trying to retain some of those players. So they did that within the past couple of seasons, and now it takes time for some of those players to grow into their own.
They're a Thursday night game before the first big Saturday. They played Georgia Tech. I forgot UAPB was playing Missouri on that Thursday night. That's on the SEC network.
I think it's first game overall, maybe. But they are one of the first games for sure.
Yeah, there's some games on the 29th. That's kind of the 0 week. That's that North Carolina TCU game, San Jose State, USC, North Carolina State, Virginia. That was a game moved, right? Was supposed to be in Colombia, Brazil, somewhere crazy, and they moved the game. Moved it back to Charlottesville.
That would have been cool, though.
Yeah. New Mexico State, Florida State, and Hawaii, Stanford. Those are the first games on August 29th. But I'm looking for the big games on the first weekend. Man, I typed in the wrong way. But because we don't have the preseason rankings out yet, they don't have an AP, just top 25 teams that are playing to look at the top matchups. Baylor-Auburn's not bad. That's on ABC. How about Texas State, Texas? How about the Bobcats throwing off an upset first week of the season? That would be fantastic.
Some of these are rematches, too, from last season. They were first game then.
Yeah, Clemson-LSU is going to be the Saturday night game. It's on ABC. UCLA-Cal, that's Saturday. Your Sunday game is Washington State-Washington on NBC. Sunday night on ABC, Louisville and Ole Miss. Sunday night also on NBC, Wisconsin and Notre Dame. And then your Monday night game. That's a good one. SMU, Florida State to kick things off. ACC. That's your Monday night game on ESPN.
That UCLA-Cal game is, people hearing it probably still would be thinking about that as a conference game. It's a non-conference game.
Yeah.
You're talking
Pac-12
Big
kickoff.
Big Ten, ACC.
Yeah. All right. Hog Freaking Wild says, Bielema needs to worry about fitting through the door after leaving the buffet. You get him, Hog Freaking Wild. Of all people to talk smack, Bielema shouldn't be the guy. I get he is coaching in the Big Ten again, but he hasn't had any success against the SEC schools while at Arkansas. He was 11-29. Yep, that was quickly pointed out by a lot of people after Bielema made those comments. He must have forgot his record in the SEC at 11-29. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap this thing up. See what Double R is up to. Check in on Drive Time Sports. Stick around.
Hawks Homes, Arkansas's #1 dealer. Hawks have homes as small as a 1-bedroom all the way to 5 bedrooms. Hawks has several lot models at both locations that you can save thousands. Hawks has a 5-bedroom that's only $55 per square foot. Don't have land? No problem. Hawks can help you finance the land and all the improvements all in one package. Located in Conway at the Dave Ward exit in Bryant on I-30. Visit our homes online at hawkshomes.net.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Noir golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
106.7 Buzz 2 is your home for Arkansas Travs baseball. Hear every pitch, every crack of the bat on 106.7 Buzz 2. For the full calendar, go to Travs.com. It's the greatest game on dirt, and you can hear it all on 106.7 Buzz 2.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code STRONG for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code STRONG for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code STRONG. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and details.
Instant fun every day? That's a win. The chance at a life-changing jackpot? Win. Creating scholarships for Arkansas students? That's the biggest win of all. When you play the lottery, it's a win-win-win for Arkansas. So far, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised over $1.5 billion to fund more than 822,000 scholarships. Keep playing and winning Arkansas. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep, and I just want to say thank you to the great people in the state of Arkansas for making us the nation's #1 Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealer. That's right, folks. We are #1 in the entire nation, according to Stellantis' own internal report card. And if you want to find out why, you want to make that beautiful drive right here to Heber Springs during the Make This Summer event. Or check us out online at redriverdodge.com for the best deals in the entire state.
Edwards Food Giant presents Razorback basketball color analyst and Drive Time Sports co-host Rick Schaefer on Morning Mayhem. Rick joins the guys each week to talk Razorback sports and whatever else might come to mind. Brought to you by Edwards Food Giant, the meat people.
If you're a bank needing GLBA compliance or a defense contractor looking for CMMC compliance, meet the team at Network Services Group with tailored solutions to help you navigate the complex regulatory landscape, allowing you to focus on what matters most, your clients and your growth. Don't gamble with compliance. Network Services Group, your partner in GLBA and CMMC compliance.
Services Group. One call does it all.
Out of Bounds on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Henard Foothills Equipment Studios. Henard Foothills Equipment in Searcy, leaders in hay equipment with Vermeer hay products. HenardFoothills.com.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds. Glad you're with us. Final segment of the day. If you want to text in, we got some time, 661-1037. I got something for you. This will make you smile. Here it is, late July. Feels like football's never going to get here. We are 7 days away from NFL football. Carolina and Arizona playing the Hall of Fame game next Thursday night. I had no idea it was already here. We can start that countdown for sure. 7 days until the NFL begins. Over on Bet Saracen, Carolina's a 1-point favorite over Arizona. Money line minus 125 for Carolina. Total points, 35.5. Normally, early in the preseason, get some low-scoring games. Look at that under closely. Yeah, I was pulled up my app and I was looking at things. I was like, oh, yeah, the Hall of Fame game. That's coming soon. I was thinking 2-3 weeks. It says August 6th. I'm like, oh, my gosh, that's next Thursday. Here we go. If you don't have the Bet Saracen app, go ahead and download it now. Football is going to be here before you know it. I did talk to Neil. Neil will join us tomorrow, Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen. And unfortunately, we will not have lines for the Arkansas basketball team. These exhibitions, I mean, there's just no way to really set a line against the Bohemian national team or University of Calgary. If they could, they would. Bet Saracen, that's what they do. The local stuff. They hammer the local stuff, but just can't do it for these, hate to even call them exhibition games. Glorified scrimmages.
Oh, there are people that are going to get on there and really do something with it now. There's a market for it for sure.
I wonder if they got any action going on in the Bahamas in their sports book. I had a buddy that was visiting one of those sports books there in the hotel following practice today. I don't know. Now, we do have exciting news coming here soon from Bet Saracen, and I know Neil's going to tease it, and he's been teasing it, but it's pretty cool, some of the future plans there with Bet Saracen. I hear the bell ringing, so that means Randy's coming in with his backpack, ready to roll on Drive Time Sports. What is the story about the jingle bell on your backpack, and why you have it on there?
When your mother-in-law gives you a gift, you keep it.
Oh, yeah. No
doubt.
It
is a bear, B-E-A-R, bear bell.
Bear bell.
Bear
supposed
bell.
To scare off the bears?
I guess. I don't know.
So that's like for a backpack that you go hiking in the mountains, and it keeps the bears away.
I don't know.
Because that's what happens.
She gave it to me. I didn't argue. I didn't debate.
So it came with the backpack?
No.
No.
Carrie and I have been married 22 years, and I guess shortly after we were married, for whatever reason, my mother-in-law gave me this bell, and it has never left. I've switched it from bag to bag to bag to bag to bag.
Well, I'll keep that in mind if we ever go hiking. I'll have you close by to scare off the bears.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know that it'll work. As long as you and I can run fast. If it doesn't work, we're gone.
All I got to do is run faster than you.
Yeah, we'll just throw the bell back at the bear. Maybe that'll slow him down.
Are you? What's your excitement level? Scale of 1 to 10 for the games in the Bahamas.
Ooh, that's a good one. I would probably say about a 7. Because I think the mixing and the matching, the different combinations. I mean, this is a free shot.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you win, if you lose, whatever it may be. See what combinations work, maybe the best together. If it happens, man, hopefully it will for Coach Cal's sake, where they'll have some close games down to the end. Then you can kind of start figuring out roles. Now, I think it would be safe to say, I think Billy Richmond would be one of the 5 on the floor. Jordan Smith, I would hazard a guess that he'll be one of the 5 on the floor. But maybe that would be the biggest, I guess you could say, question mark is what combinations might you see together, especially if it does get into crunch time. But and I know nothing about the competition. They can be national teams, and I know there's one college team, the University of Calgary, but they should match up with Arkansas. But we'll see. But Bahamas national team. But I just want to see the combinations, and really, without being there to see them in person, it may be difficult to judge. I want to see the athleticism, this bunch, because everything that I'm hearing, this may be the most athletic team that Arkansas has put on the floor in quite some time.
I had a friend at today's practice. Coach Calipari opened it up to some of the Razorback fans that were down there already. Right. And then I've seen some reports from some of the other people that were there. And apparently JJ looked really good, had a very good practice. But that was the text I got, that JJ is their most physical player. And he hopes to see him playing at power forward at times this year, because that can be his game.
Hard to believe he's at this stage of his young career. He is more physical than Billy Richmond.
Billy's kind of scrappy. Billy gets after you, but I don't see him being like a physical guy that.
Just think about it. And sometimes I think we can confuse athleticism in being physical.
I mean, he D's you up and gets after you. But when I think physical, I'm thinking, basically pushing your way around inside, getting rebounds, just being a force. But, yeah, Billy's that way too. I'll give you that.
Looking forward to seeing what size of this team. We've heard so much about it.
Big, Joe.
Yeah, what kind of effect that'll have.
I've heard that from several different people that's seen him up close. It's like, wow. Arrigo, he is apparently very, back again, physical. And so, yeah, I'm with you on that one, Joe. I like to see this size, see how if they're really physical enough to start believing they can match up with the Arizonas and some of the others. Floridas, yeah.
So with the games, I was just thinking about that. It starts at 6 o'clock while you're on the air, and then again on Monday, 6 o'clock while you're on the air. Are you going to have Flow Sports on here in the studio watching?
Are you talking me out of Flow Sports?
No, are you going
to? It wouldn't take much to talk me out of Flow Sports.
If you want to watch, you got to get it, or you go somewhere that has it.
Yeah. Well, I just like with baseball, I'll bite the bullet. I'll rent the package basically for the month, and once the games are over, I cancel immediately. I don't waste any time. I don't want to forget.
Yeah, we had a great caller, Jeff from Monroe, walking everyone through it today. To when you go to Flow Sports, be sure you sign up for Flow College, and then don't get the cheaper package because they make you pay up front for the entire year. You get billed for a year.
Oh, really?
You want the $19.99 package. That's for a month, and then you can cancel after.
Was it that way back in baseball? I don't remember being like that in baseball.
I don't remember. I did not get it for baseball
maybe
this time.
It was the college aspect. I don't remember the packages where you had to be careful that you didn't buy the cheap one or whatever you're saying.
Yeah.
And then you got billed for the entire year.
You know how they'll show you different options, monthly and annual. And annual, they give you a bit of a discount for doing it that way.
Yeah. Now they could give me an annual, and I wouldn't still buy it.
What if they gave you annual for $25? You get the monthly for $20, but you get the annual for $25. That may be worth it.
$25 for the year, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they
I'll
did
go
something like that
for the year.
Because we'll have baseball again coming up, right?
That's true.
They're going back to Arlington, so I'm sure
That's
it'll
true.
be on Flow Sports. So that would be maybe the smart thing. I guess add it up. I think it was $4.99 for the monthly for a year, or $6.99 times 12.70. It's still getting up there in the 70s. It would be cheaper to go ahead and just do the $19.99 this month, and then the $19.99 again in the second month in March or February, I guess, when they play.
End of February.
Yeah. What's the plan for drive time today?
I'm not going to say, because I had such a full show planned yesterday. I get one text, I'm sick. Another one, I get another text saying I've gone to the dentist. So I'm just going to reserve judgment today. I will tell you 5 o'clock, Troy Biddy of hogsports.com.
You know that for sure.
And Kevin McPherson at 5:30. But Kevin he's missed a couple lately. So
we've actually had back-to-back days now. Yesterday, Mickey Spagnola stood us up. He didn't hear his phone ringing at Cowboys practice, and so Joe kept calling. I kept texting, and he forgot what time it was, and he looked down and had all these missed calls. But he joined us today. And then I was with Z all morning texting back and forth, giving him the options of when, we could do. And Never heard from Z. I never got a text back or anything. So.
Randy, is this your first time talking to Kevin McPherson this week?
Yes, Joe. I think he missed. Well, I was out Tuesday, so I couldn't say.
Okay, so
he's Tuesday and Thursdays.
He was at Moses Moody camp and events over the weekend, so
Yeah.
you can talk to him about that.
Yeah. I was listening Tuesday.
If
I
they
can
didn't
tell you.
already talk to him about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worth revisiting, if nothing else.
Well, have a fantastic show.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm glad you're going to have Flow Sports up here for us. I can watch
I'll split it with you.
Tuesday's game.
I'll split it with
Because,
you.
they play at 11 on Tuesday.
I'll split it with you. That means I put 10, you
I may
put
be
10.
going to walk-ons.
There you
Watch
go.
it at walk-ons.
There you go.
Yeah.
Smart man.
May not even mess with buying it for tomorrow night. That's going to do it for tonight. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Tomorrow, we are in Hot Springs. Big pickleball, Spa City Classic pickleball tournament. But we'll have our normal guests. Hope you can join us. Stick around, though. Drive Time Sports is next.